Oh, oh, we're alive. Okay, cool.
We're live now.
Yeah, we're live with our surprise guest. Surprise YouTube live.
Woo!
with that Pippa Jack.
Yeah, he's just hanging out with us here, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
So,
so what's been new with you?
uh, good night. So my kids are just going to bed.
Mhm.
New with me, man. Just man, I've just been working a ton
Yeah.
and
Sounds like
going.
New Year's all the time. Everybody's busy in the New
Yeah,
Year.
it's been weird. It's been crazy, but it's been good. But been trying to double down on doing more videos and get stuff out. So that's been good. And then kind of I joined Goodreads for the first time this year.
Yeah.
I've never done that before, but I saw everyone at the end of 2022 posting like, "Oh, how'd I do for my Goodreads?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I should look into that." I was like, "Okay," so I did that. So I did like a 40 book. I just put 40 books to read for 2023.
Uh-huh.
So I just finished book number 8. So I kind of had a slump there for a little bit with bunch of birthday stuff, and we went to Mount Hood for like a little family thing, and
Yeah.
yeah, so it's been kind of sucked away like 2 weeks of time for me in reading, but I finally got through Die
Uh-huh.
two night last 2 nights ago, I
It's
think
like
it
you
was.
finished the entire thing.
Yeah, finished all of Die, so that
What
was
do you
cool.
what do you think about the ending?
I thought the ending was actually pretty good. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Like overall, I think it was good. It wasn't amazing.
I feel like it was a little bit overhyped. It's a good
Mhm.
story overall, but it's like I think I went into it expecting a lot more because everybody was like praising it so much.
Yeah,
Just like
I
you
mean,
taught me, you know what I mean? Oh, this guy disappeared. Oh, we know he went.
oh, it switches this around. I can't do that.
But
Yeah.
what's up, Fifth Jack, Natural Bridges, Book Report, Dominic? How's everybody doing? If you have any questions, feel free to ask them along the way. So I'll be here to answer any questions. We got Chris finally in here as well. We got
Oh, Chris is here.
we got the podcast master.
The sexy voice.
Oh, wow.
There it is.
All these compliments. You're definitely trying to keep me on tonight.
Yeah, so for me, now I'm reading one book at a time, but before I used to read like maybe 2 or 3, but then I can totally forget what's going on.
Mhm.
But I think a lot of people, they read at least 3 or 4 at a time.
Yeah. I hope to one day get down to that number of books I have going right now. I just keep getting distracted. That's my problem. I get like halfway through a book, and like when it hits that like lull, like
Yeah.
halfway through a book, a lot of times like it gives you a little chance to breathe, and then I get a new book in, and I get distracted, and I'm gone.
And you
So
totally forget about it.
yeah. Well, I mean, I always want to go back, but yeah. So I have like 15 books that I've started and not finished right now, and I mean, some of them are like, Thor by Simonson. I'm like halfway through, and I haven't read it in a couple of years. But that one you can pick up pretty well, like mid, because it's a lot of like 2, 3, 4 issue arcs, kind of a thing. From what is it, Silver Age? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
What, Simonson's? Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I've tried to. I can't do more than 2 books at the same time. It's. I'll start forgetting, and then I'll end up having to start all over again. So.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I've been on a roll, so I think I just finished the stories and Vision by Tom King, then Aliens, 2021, 2022, and then Absolute All Star Superman. So I've been chugging pretty along, pretty well.
Nice.
What did you think of All Star?
I thought it was pretty solid. I'm not a huge Superman fan, so maybe I should have started somewhere else. But it was a good like one-off story. Does it tie in for anything at all or no?
There was like 1 or 2 things that Morrison picked up for like multiversity and some other ideas at that point, but there's never been a direct sequel.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's not bad, but then it's not like my favorite read. It's just one of those things that you want to learn more about Superman, stuff like that. Read it. But that was an interesting take on how Lex Luthor did what he did to try to go after Superman. What do you think about it?
I really liked it. I'm quietly as art. You either like it or you don't. It just depends on what it is. I definitely thought it was okay for what it was, but I think it was the story that really hooked me.
Yeah,
I enjoyed, like, he made it like it was him like tipping the hat to all the golden age, like, weird one issues of Superman. Like, oh, Superman's got all the weird weapons, the weird kind of stuff. Like, it was all like all that. So I really enjoyed that. So.
Yeah, that's good. The comic book report. Do you want to come in and chat with us as well, dude? You're welcome to come in here as well. Oh, we have Noah in here. Is that his rebranding? Oh, that is.
Noah.
Yeah, Nick wants to know if you have a short video project planned, dude.
Not yet. I have a couple things I'm mulling over. I'm trying to figure it out. But nothing officially in the works yet. I really want to get something going though, because I don't want to sit too long. It was a lot of fun getting that out and doing that. Take a little break after that final push killed me.
I'm excited for next week. There's only Spider-Geddon coming out next week. I'm like, we can finally take a little breather. It's been crazy.
It's just throwing Spider-Geddons in boxes and then just shipping them off.
Yeah.
And you're good.
Ever since we came back from Christmas, it's been like nonstop 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 titles every single week coming out on top of Spawn and stuff like that. I'm just like, goodness. Finally, stuff are finally dying down a little bit. I think after Spider-Geddon, it's gonna be a bit slower with the releases. Well, not like really hype books. I think Avengers Hickman and Spider-Geddon was the last like really highly anticipated book for a while.
Yeah, I was about to say that probably like springtime would probably be like April, May. Probably picks back up, I would think.
Yeah, because everything else is just like reprints or like smaller titles that it's okay. It's not like 500, 600 copies worth, maybe like 50, 60. Because man, that Hickman went out of print quick.
Like, and it's not just out of stock; it's out of print at this point.
Yeah, it's out of print.
Like, both covers are now out of print.
Just the standard.
Yeah,
it's hilarious that the standard is the one that's out of print right now.
They need to have that blue. They need to have that blue spine. It's just that's what.
Exactly to match with their volume number 2.
Yeah, because everyone who's got volume 2 already has to have the matching spine, and then if you have volume 1, now you got to wait for the volume 2 to drop. And
yeah, so speaking of out of print, Nick, so out of print right now is Avengers Hickman volume 1 standard, as well as Descender volumes 1 and 2. That's what I checked so far. I'm pretty sure there's other stuff. Also, Daredevil by Miller standard is out of print as well. And Ultimate Spider-Man, both covers of both DM covers of Ultimate Spider-Man. Only the standard one is left.
Volume 2.
Yeah, volume 2. I think volume 1 would be coming back out in the next few weeks, I believe.
Yeah, it should be definitely coming back out. I'm trying to think of anything else.
Yeah, and then we are not done with Whatnot auction. It's just we've been really busy to the point where like we can't even add that in there if we wanted to. It'll be too much of a workload. But there's a lot of like small little dents here and there that we need to get rid of.
And you got the big sale too now.
Oh yeah, that big sale's going on. Yeah, there's a lot of distributor sales going on. I guess especially with DC because they're trying to hype up the Flash movie. So they're doing a lot of sales for their retailers.
That's cool. So yeah, is Flashpoint's not out of print, is it?
Flashpoint, no. Flashpoint, I think it's because the mapping was so bad that it'll never go out of print. It's like I feel like I don't think I swear I only sold like 20 or 30 copies ever since I started OPB.
Wow.
I got one of them.
Insane.
Yeah, so Frank Miller Daredevil, the standard cover is out of print. Just the standard. The DM is still here.
Interesting. The standard went out of print.
Yeah, because isn't the standard the red and black, like funky looking one?
Yeah, it's not the classic. It's not the classic comic cover.
I guess not a lot of retailers ordered it or something.
Interesting.
Hey guys, I'm into collecting. Do Omnis and their reprints ever release before the estimated release date? They don't. Retailers get them. Retailers get them before the release date, maybe a week, but they're not supposed to release before the release date. If anything, they release afterwards, because sometimes they get delayed and stuff like that. But you don't get a release date earlier than what it is. It's always later.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one. I've maybe seen a couple like slip out like a week before, like the store accidentally puts it up like the week before.
Sometimes Canada, you see that a lot in Canada.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's Canada and then the UK, I think, gets it very. I remember somebody got freaking Dark Knight Metal like 1 month early, the absolute one. It was the deluxe edition. He made a video of it.
He that was DC sent him that book.
Okay.
I talked with him about that. He got that one like a month or two early, but they sent him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they sent him a review copy. So that's how he got it super early.
That's awesome though. I mean, that video did very well. Very well.
Yeah, it's super good. Very good video. We can only aspire to be that. That's for
sure. DC actually sending you books early. I mean, how is that possible?
I know, right? I'm gonna share my screen real quick and then show you guys what's coming out for the next few months for Marvel.
I'll tell you what, that next FOC on Friday for Marvel is huge.
Yeah, it's gonna hit hard. I think I think it's coming out this coming Friday.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. That's the word right now.
Okay. So next week we have February 21st. That's my month anniversary. We have Spider-Verse. So that's it right there. And then after that is Immortal Iron Fist. So only one omnibus a week. That's the first.
That's a great one though. Immortal Iron Fist. I really liked that one.
Yeah.
That's the expanded edition too, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm gonna scroll down real quick. So you can already see here out of stock.
Can you zoom in? Can you zoom in real quick?
Let's see. Can I zoom in? I'll try to make it brighter and bigger. Is that better?
There you go.
There.
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
So you have Daredevil out of stock. You have Avengers Hickman out of stock. I think that's it that I see. Oh,
like it says temporarily out of stock. Is it temporary?
No, it's never temporary out of stock. It's just out of stock.
It's just a tease.
Yeah, Wolverine's definitely out of stock as well. And Amazing Spider-Man by Nick Spencer's out of stock. And that's it for this tab.
Wow.
So we'll go back up. We have Spider-Verse Spider-Geddon coming out next week. After that, Immortal Iron Fist. And then March, the first week of March, Spider-Man versus Venom and Silver Surfer Dan Slott.
That DM cover is so bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, that one is so bad.
I haven't seen that. I didn't see that one. That is rough.
I mean, I like Venom and Carnage, but just like the yellow and just randomly I mean, that is a cover to one of the comics, but yeah.
That's crazy. I can't. If I zoom in some more, then you can't see release dates. But is this one too hard to see?
It's pretty small.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'll move back and forth.
Yeah. There you go. That's better. Yeah. Keep
That's
like
better.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing is you just can't see the release date. That's all.
Well, we trust you that you're read correctly.
March 14th, the week afterwards, we have Star Wars Legends Rebellion, Aliens Volume 4.
Finally, I'm looking forward to finally.
I know you were like, man, what's taking so long? I think Savage Avengers come out the same time as well. March 14th.
Hey, if you want your last bit of Marvel Conan at that point, that's it. That's not coming back into that's never coming back into print.
Nope.
Yeah, so Savage Avengers and Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, March 21st.
Jeez, Unbeatable Squirrel Girl is $150, huh?
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. And there was barely any pre-orders for this that went on sale. And then you have Moon Knight by Mark Spector. Or Moon Knight, Mark Spector. I mean,
there you go.
I was like, wait.
It wouldn't put it past him to have that personality to write a book.
Yeah,
so
that's funny.
That would actually be an awesome, like a kind of how like Deadpool's fourth person, breaks the fourth wall. That'd be amazing having like them write their own comic through it. Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
Especially him going back and forth through personalities.
Oh man, yeah, it'd be like a super dark, crazy, and then like very confusing. It's just like, that'd be pretty cool.
What do we got for now? I haven't even heard of anything about Nova and Adam Warlock in a while.
Nova, they're working on. It's been rumored back and forth, going back and forth between a special presentation on Disney Plus or an actual movie. I think right now word is it's moving towards a movie. So
is it okay? I'm excited for that. Like a Nova movie would be pretty sick.
I think the next big thing that's coming out probably is just Word the King's Omnibus.
Yep.
Yeah.
When's that's such a good book.
Yeah. When is this? Let me zoom out to see.
I want to say it was May.
April 11th.
Oh, April. Okay.
Yeah, April 11th.
That's not too far away.
I'm replacing my original with that for the new cover.
Is Deadpool and Cable like a highly anticipated one as well? I don't think it is. I think it's just like a niche one.
I mean, it's Deadpool and it's Deadpool, so.
Yeah. Thunderbolts. Oh, Hickman Volume 2. That's another big one.
Finally, I'm more impressed that it's just months away from each other. I'm still waiting for that next delay for it.
Yeah, it's May 9th. I mean, so we'll see. We'll see if it gets moved again. I already got pushed back by a year last year.
Well, a few in our community who reviewed have already gotten their review copies for Volume 2, so.
Oh, okay, then it's definitely coming out then.
I saw that Planet of the Apes. I'm kind of actually interested in that one.
Fantastic Four by Miller. I don't think that one's pretty popular.
I kind of rank Fantastic Four runs, like the modern runs, like you got Hickman at the top, Wade, and then Miller Hitch is like third for me.
Okay. I know when Spider-Man 2099 got announced, bro, that was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody was just messaging me, what are you putting up for pre-order? I want to buy it right now.
I ordered it. Why isn't it in my hands?
I didn't get a catalog yet. Then it got solicited for $125. Then it got canceled. Then resolicited for $150.
Well, it's going to be a big part of the new movie. So.
Oh really?
The Across the Spider-Verse, the animated movie.
Okay.
I think he's a villain in Across the Spider-Verse is what it kind of plays like on the trailer at least.
It makes it seem like it, but I sense that he's kind of like the lead of the whole organization and trying to do what's best at that point, and just doesn't like when you got the upstart Miles coming in there trying to mess things up. So
yeah.
Is X-23 gonna be pretty good?
I'm a big fan of Laura Kinney, so.
Me too. Craig does pretty good work.
Does that have New York X in it? The X-23?
No, they decided they will not put that in there.
Oh.
What?
I'm okay with that. I don't need to reread that.
There's quite a bit of Spider-Man though. Amazing Spider-Man Beyond. You got Superior Spider-Man. And then Spider-Man 2099. Every year is a lot of Spider-Man books, that's for sure.
I never finished the Superior Spider-Man by Slott. How did that finish? Is that pretty good?
Oh yeah, I mean I remember when they made the controversial, like when it came out what was going to be happening, and they're like, oh my god, how, and it ends up being like one of the most celebrated runs of Spider-Man. Like the biggest risk ended up being one of the best ones, just because again, without spoiling in it, a change happens in the Spider-Man and it.
We have a little bit of the new catalog already. We have the Blade Early Years. Since that's coming out, that's in the new catalog. Blade Early Years, Star Wars Legends Rebellion, Captain America: Return of the Winter Soldier. Is that part of the new catalog too?
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Wow. I feel like it just got announced or something.
Yeah, about a month or so ago. Yeah.
Okay. Incredible Hulk by Byrne. Daredevil by Mark Waid. X-Men 2099. Spider-Man Volume 2, and then Volume 1 isn't even out yet. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And they're both gonna be in the same year if it holds.
Oh, Volume 2, Black Panther by Priest. I didn't see that one.
Yep, yeah. that just got announced a couple months ago.
Flight, Nick Spencer, Thor Volume 2. I'm ready.
Yes.
I am pretty sure they're gonna change the cover. You don't even see the cover up here. They may change the cover for the DM.
That's just the regular standard cover,
yeah, this is the standard one.
Yeah, so that'll probably stay the same, but
yeah, but the DM
I think the DM is Thor and Mighty Thor going at the.
That's right. That's right. I remember that.
I hope that holds. That's what I'm gonna aim for.
All of this is just a new solicitation, so we're good on here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's a lot of cool new stuff coming out. I'm glad to have a little bit of breather for the next 2 weeks at least.
Hold up. I'm not Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah, he talks like a Canadian.
Do I?
No.
Well, I mean, I grew up in Wisconsin and like northern Wisconsin a lot of times, so I think I often get the Canadian tie together. So, but
that's funny.
Don't you know?
Oh yeah, that one. Don't you know, mate? No,
I do stretch my O's quite a bit. I'll come home from like driving home from work, and my wife will be like, "Were you talking to your mom on the phone on the way home?" Like, maybe, because I like fall back into the accent. So, oh man.
Checking out on the new pre-orders. I mean, like this catalog, this month's catalog, and see what's the most popular stuff, and I can't even pull it up right now.
It was a light month for a lot of books.
Yeah, it was pretty light. Let's see. Oh yeah, Absolute All-Star Superman. I mean, Absolute Superman for all season did pretty well.
Mm-hmm. How did Ghost in the Shell sell?
Ghost in the Shell sold like 3 cases, so 36 copies.
That's it. I figured it'd sell pretty hard compared to that. Okay, I guess that's decent.
Tomasi Green Lantern got teased. I'm pretty sure it's gonna hit solicitations within the next 2 months.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah, because it was usually it has to be 6 months away. So it got announced to what, August? I forgot the date on the thing.
I think it's in the fall, I think.
Yeah. So you'll probably see it on catalog in the next 2 months.
I suppose I should sell my custom Green Lantern Corps Omni then.
Yeah.
Could be a good move. Could be a good move.
Yeah.
Ditch it soon.
Yeah. Miles Morales by what's his name? Saladin.
Yeah, the more modern run of it, the continuation.
Yeah, that one did really well. Lazarus did pretty well. I know a lot of people wanted Lazarus. Let's see what else is there. Yeah, this kind of like Star Wars Legends: The New Republic Omnibus Volume 2, and Avengers Volume 1. What else is there? Uncanny X-Men. Oh wait, that's the reprint of Uncanny X-Men Volume 1. As soon as they announced that, people have been buying that like crazy too.
You know, it's one of those things. Like I agree. I think that one will go out of print and come back into print. It won't be like it's X-Men by Claremont. They'll keep that going.
Yeah, that's how I feel about a lot of Omar's favorite books. It'll stay in print. Yeah, but yeah, this month's catalog was not too great. Not too great.
Like I said, well, wallet breaking will happen in 2 days. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. What's it called? So there was an announcement that Criminal is going to be in Amazon Studios now. So they're going to make a TV show for Criminal, those deluxe editions. So that's really cool. And then Witches by Scott Snyder, I believe. Witches is getting a TV show.
That's gonna be an animated one.
Yeah.
Oh, is it gonna be animated? Oh, I feel like animated would be pretty cool. Good for that one.
He's been him and Jock have been working on that for years, trying to get that to finally happen. So
how many is Witches done? I thought it like went on hiatus or
they
something.
did like he's always talked about like they did a one issue a couple of years ago, like a special, and it's just probably him and Jacques trying to figure out like if they want to do it, but they're probably now that the series has started, don't know what their level of involvement's going to be. It may push it back, but he's always said like they have ideas, but they just haven't done it yet.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, that's one I've like been interested in, wanted to pick up, but
it's a quick read. It's a very quick read. You read it like a half an hour.
Isn't it like one trade paperback?
Yeah, one trade, and then you got the single issue that you can pick up like for $1.99.
Okay.
I need Noctura to go into a TV show already. I'm ready for that one. Yeah, we have 26 viewers this time. Yeah, so if anybody's in here, they want to ask any questions, definitely let me know. This is your first time before I disappear again for another month.
Oh, here you got look at that last question. I think that's a lot of us are waiting on.
I don't think, not yet. Maybe this upcoming month. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see it in 2 weeks. I mean, in 2 days, right? 2 days. When is DC coming out with new? I gotta ask Omar. Didn't they just announced? Well, not announced, but they Absolute Metropolitan Volume 2 got solicited again. So maybe they're gonna reprint that. I feel like they're gonna reprint a lot of their books now, especially with James Gunn saying a lot of his movies are going to be based off comics, so they're going to be reprinting a lot of stuff.
What didn't he say? Like whatever sells out from what he pitches, like the Authority and all that they'll bring them back.
That's what was told, that it was going to be printed and always be evergreen. So
I love that when some of the news sources, the Authority Omnibus has already gone out of print. No, it's been out of print. It hasn't come back to print in a while. And what they're bringing back to print are the trades. They're not bringing back the Omni yet to print.
You got to sell the trades and then make everyone scavenge and then upsell them on the Omni after they're all bought the trades.
And the Omni's better even, you got the Absolute, but the Absolute doesn't have Jenny Sparks and some of the other stuff with it, so.
So I just read Authority like 2 weeks ago, and I thought it was pretty good. I feel like if you go into the Absolute route, I would say the first Absolute was good, the second Absolute was okay. The last story of the second Absolute was the best one. The first three was like, But I'll give it I feel like if you want to like read a more realistic how people with superpowers would actually protect the world and stuff like that, you should definitely read Authority, because they're not going to be like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. You can't kill, you just got to put them in jail and they're going to come back again, and then you got to put them in jail again.
Like, nope, we're just taking them out.
Yeah, they completely just killed them, curb stomped them and stuff like that. Uncanny X-Men Volume 1 is being reprinted. Volume 2, 3, and 4 are not reprinted yet, but I'm pretty sure all of them are going to get reprinted.
I feel like once they reprint one, it's just a matter of time. You just gotta wait, and then
and I feel like they're going to reprint Wolverine Volume 1 again in a few months or so. I don't know, but
that's been reprinted before, right?
It got reprinted 3 or 4 times already.
Yeah.
But they already did. Didn't they just announce Wolverine Volume 4?
Yeah, the fourth one. Yeah, that takes them through Fatal Attractions.
Okay, so definitely gonna reprint Volume 1, of course. Then, people have been messaging me. I don't know. I guess it was all the old videos back in the day where I used to get a lot of books for Whatnot, but they always message me, can you get these books again? Like all the books, like they will randomly message me out of nowhere, a bunch of out of print books, like a whole list, like, hey, can you get these and that? I was like, no, I can't.
You're even offloading your collection, so.
Yeah, actually, we're moving in 3.5 months. We should be moving in May.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't got to sell it all by then. You don't want to put those in boxes.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Astonishing X-Men, dude. I feel like
got reprinted like a year ago, didn't it?
It got reprinted last year, and I already went out of print right off the bat. And Bendis I don't know. I'm pretty sure Astonishing X-Men will get reprinted pretty quickly. I feel like it was a lot of people's favorite X-Men runs.
Mhm.
I don't think Planetary has had a print. I think both the Absolute and the Omni are pretty easily obtainable.
Yeah, Planetary. It's just not. It just wasn't popular. It didn't really sell often.
Planetary sold at one point a lot, like 3-4 years ago, because Amazon had like a crazy glitch. So it was like $35 or $37 for the entire Omni, and everyone just
He's not
bought
paying
it.
attention.
I was not paying attention. Hello. Hey,
You
y'all.
your laptop?
Day.
Slightly. I definitely got to get another.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's retiring. Anyway, how y'all doing? We'll talk about that later.
I remember Noah asked. He asked earlier, "What do you think about the Flash trailer?"
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I was a 5-year-old kid again.
Funny, I only watched the Super Bowl trailer. I haven't watched a full trailer, so.
Oh, you gotta watch it. I lost. I ain't gonna cuss on here.
I'm just gonna go in blind. I just like to go in blind. I don't even want to know.
I mean, Mitch inspired him, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so good.
No trailers. No trailer team.
It was so good. I couldn't help it. I don't think I need another trailer after this, though. I know they will. I ain't gonna watch further on after this. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, this is it.
It's a good enough taste to know if you like it or not at this point. Like that's all you need is the hype and a little bit of a taste. Like,
yeah.
I went and I watched that trailer because everyone was talking about it already, and I saw and heard everything on the chats and all that kind of stuff.
It's like, all right, chats. Whatever.
I'm like, what? Okay, fine, screw it. And really, with DC, I'll be honest, like I don't care that much. So
got you.
And even Marvel at this point, I'm not that invested. But
I'm so proud of DC for putting that advertisement at the end of the trailer. Like, this is what you should read. I'm like, there you go. That's the way to sell. That's a very nice idea.
Dude, how you gonna let Day be in here and you're not even gonna join up? That's messed up, dude.
Noah.
Yeah.
Noah.
And what's it called? Jerry. I do book scores when I do my reviews. I don't know what Mitch and them do. I'm not sure. But
I just say I like it or I don't.
I'm like, yo,
I don't do no numbers.
I gave it a 7 out of 10.
The solid 6. It's average.
Yeah.
I never do numbers. I never say like I think, you know, I try and be like, if you like this kind of genre, if you like this art, if you like this style of storytelling, give this a try. I really enjoyed it. I never really try and like rate books because I don't know. I always feel like it fluctuates for me anyways. So I give it an 8 out of 10, and the next day I'm like, no, that was actually really good. Or 2 days later I'm like, was it really that great? 6 out of 10. You know,
I changed my mind.
Yeah, I'm very wishy-washy on that. So
okay. Well, now we have 31 viewers in here. Like I said again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll be here for maybe 23 more minutes, and then I'll disappear for another month.
Dominic, I know you give grades, Dominic. I know. With that
Dominic
Hollywood summer blockbuster
really
voice,
good.
I know he gives scores.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
See, come on, bro. Everyone has their opinions, but they want to care what you think, Mitch. You gotta start rating stuff.
never.
I'm not right on, Mitch. I'm right there with you. Never.
Well, when I first started off, I had like a podcast called The Comics Sans because it was Sans Comics, Sans the BS, and tried to keep it like chill and all that. And well, when like I first started, I can get pulled into like the negative side of things pretty easily, and I wanted to keep it happy and light, and so I didn't like when I first started. I started reviewing stuff, and I was like, you know, when like the one that sticks out in my mind is Captain Marvel by Kelly Sue DeConnick. And I got into that a little ways, and I'm like, this is so stupid. Like, she's fighting a dinosaur in the middle of New York City. It's stupid. Stupid. Like, I hate it. And so I said
such an elitist, Mitch. Come on.
I want my superheroes to be believable. But no, so I was just like, this isn't for me. This is dumb. And so like I posted that, and like Kelly Sue saw it. She's like, "Well, thanks for giving it a try." I'm like, "Yeah, that was kind of like, that does suck." Like, I don't. Some people might love dinosaurs fighting in the middle of New York City. So now I'm like, if you like dinosaurs fighting dinosaurs in the middle of New York City, this is a book for you. Like,
yeah.
So I try not to.
What book was that again?
Captain Marvel by Kelly Sue. I'm sorry, Day doesn't really pay attention to anybody. He's on his own world.
I'm trying to get here. I promise.
I'm just messing with you.
No, I really wasn't. I got lost. I'm sorry, Mitch. I am so sorry.
No, I forgive you.
Junior son, if you don't know everything about the DC universe, then I would say you probably want to skip this. That's what I was told by a lot of people.
Well, it's not even that. Like, you literally have to read, go from Identity to Infinite to Final at that point. In Final Crisis, it's Final Crisis is kind of Grant Morrison doubling down on Grant Morrison. It's very, very heady. He's definitely
mashed potato.
He's definitely channeling Kirby and a lot of stuff. So I mean, it's just, if you're not into that kind of cerebral kind of writing at that point, you're just not gonna like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not straightforward. I'm sorry. It's not. I would not jump anybody into that. I would jump anybody to a Crisis anyway. But
Infinite Crisis still by far one of the best modern day stuff for DC.
Completely, especially with those tie-ins, they matter.
Yeah, I've been still meaning to read the omnibus, but there's just so much to read. But one day, can I just jump into it or no? Infinite Crisis omnibus.
I think the Omni does a very good job of. I think the only thing maybe Identity Crisis, but really they do a good job kind of setting it up. So.
Okay, cool. Now I'll take a look into it when I get a chance.
When you get a chance, give it after the move.
Yeah. So me, David, and our friend Michael, the one who helped us with our flooding at the warehouse, we're all gonna be watching Ant-Man on Friday, at 2:00 in the middle of the day.
Hard at work, packaging your books.
Hard at work. Really excited for that one.
I'm seeing it tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Yeah, I wanted to see it tomorrow, but then I talked to regular workers. Ugh.
Damn.
Yeah, we've got a review we got our review at 9 p.m. on Friday. So
I heard a lot of mixed things about it. So we'll see.
Already?
Yeah.
Reviews?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I don't even look at it. Now that I don't look at. Y'all don't look at trailers. I don't look at reviews.
It's tough to they're saying, oh, it's probably mid and it's not so good. It almost seems like right now one I'm kind of like you what y'all said, like I really don't care for reviews. I find them, oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay, at that point. Like, all right, maybe it's now the cool jumping on, let's all hate on Marvel at that point now, because it's had its time, so let's break it down and say they probably have valid points, but I mean, I'm gonna go see it because I'm looking forward to see Jonathan Majors as Kang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's a great actor. Great actor. So
he's gonna have a 1-2 punch. He's got this, and then in a couple of weeks he's got Creed 3.
It's the first time. Like my first time watching him was in Lovecraft, and I was like, "Oh, this guy's really good." And then seeing him pop up in almost everything now.
This man has a range. Acting range out of this world. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
love
great.
Jonathan Majors. I'm sorry.
Any statues? I mean, I have a lot of excellent statues for sale. I just haven't listed it on the website. I list them in Facebook groups still. So you want something, maybe you can message me. Marvel. This one's iffy. I don't know. People have been waiting it forever.
I'll say this, even though the answer is still I don't know. Chris probably know when it is, but I think it's sometime at the end of this month when the reprint poll is supposed to go up or whatever. That book is on there. You make sure you vote. That's all I can say, because I know Marvel look at that list and they still going off lists from the previous year. So I would say go vote once Omar puts that up and announce that.
It's interesting just because you don't have the Max line even on Marvel Unlimited, so
not at all.
They don't try to.
They have some good stuff in that line.
Yeah, because then I feel like there's a chance because they did reprint Jessica Jones, and that's a Max book, right?
Yeah,
that is. Yeah.
So I feel like they could reprint this, but then again, I'm not too sure. It's been wanted for a while. But if it's on the list, then there's a 99.9% chance that it's going to get reprinted.
I feel like everything gets reprinted at this point. At some point,
I agree with Mitch. I feel like Marvel has been reaching down in spots and was like, "Oh, we haven't seen this in a long time."
Even DC, especially lately, past couple of years, is like everything gets reprinted eventually.
That's very true. But DC doesn't even announce it; they just reprint it. So
no,
yeah,
it's coming out tomorrow. Buy it now.
Yeah,
exactly. Right, Chris.
Exactly.
Go get it.
Except for Phantom Stranger, we'll cancel that 10 more times before we let you all touch that.
They tease.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be right under No Way Home. I don't know.
I can't tell you yet.
I don't know.
I don't even have an answer.
I feel like it has huge potential.
It does.
But I'm not sure.
But with Majors in there, which is already a seller for me as one of my favorite villains, it might be somewhere. We're gonna see.
Dude, this been in stock for so long, and I had so many copies that were.
Y'all had boxes of that in the back.
Wait, that's out of print now?
It's been out of print. I just had
What?
so many.
Yes, he had a lot.
Many that never sold. It went on sale constantly, and people still didn't buy it.
Yeah, I feel like that was the book.
He gave Day like a couple just to take on the plane, just because.
Exactly. Just for protection to use as a spray.
No. Just line your clothes with it to keep your clothes safe.
Oh, he's in and out.
Hey.
Bro.
We got no one here.
How are y'all doing?
Yeah.
I know a guy that's not good at Warzone.
You want to play one game with me, brother?
Hey man, each time you hit me up, I'm in a pre-made full squad.
I was gonna say though, now that they see so many books are coming out that's connected to that Omni JP, now they want it. Now they care about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Everything that's connected around that era, now they want it to complete the set. Like,
well, that's why I told someone when I directed him to OPB because of course why not, but he was looking for Hitch's Fantastic Four, and I said, well, I would buy Volume 2 now just because you don't know when that Volume 1 is going to come back and reprint, and I think literally 3 or 4 days later the announcement was made, and he went and did the order on OPB for both of them right then and there just to grab it.
It was a good thing because we ran out of Volume 2 right away too.
Yeah, probably that day.
Yeah, and then dude, the statue market is crazy right now. I mean, I have a few statues that are worth $5,000 to $6,000 now. It's like, man, I don't even think I could sell it anymore, so I'm just gonna hold on to it. But yeah, I've been slowly getting rid of everything. It's gonna take some time.
So I thought I saw a little bit of the stream earlier. I think you were going over the catalog or something. I missed that.
Yeah.
What was going on with that? What happened?
I was just showing like all the books that are getting released for the upcoming months. Like the next 2 weeks really isn't anything. It's just next week is Spider-Geddon. And the week after that, it's Immortal Iron Fist. I'm gonna take advantage.
When is that Savage Avengers? I am waiting.
It's March. I think we said like March 14th. I forgot what.
I am so ready.
Also, Thor 2's solicited. We saw that when we were going over it earlier.
Yeah, that should be in the new FOC on Friday.
Yeah, you'll see it on Friday.
Now the cover that they solicit, I think that might be changed.
Which one?
Probably the DM. The standard looks like it might stay.
Not a lot of people like that DM one, that's for sure.
That looked like that should be under the dust jacket, but they might change it at the last minute. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. We can fix that.
Yeah, it's really not that bad. And then same thing, Dominic. Dude, a lot of people really liked it. Really was a Kenny expert. I feel like that's one of the most wanted omnibus for Marvel.
That run is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's really good too.
It's gone through, I think, 3 or 4 reprints already.
Has it?
Mm-hmm.
Really? 3, 4? Really?
It's been 3. They've done it 3 times because I remember I got the second reprint and then it came out again one more time. So I think it's been 3.
So the last reprint was what, 2020, something like that.
2020 or 2021.
I know it was 2020, right? In the spring before we shut down. I had missed it. So much coming out. Jesus,
I wasn't even in business at that time.
Yeah. Hey, who playing the music? This is working.
This is working.
I think that's Mitch.
I mean, this is yes,
Chill.
Mitch.
Look what's the most aesthetic background.
Make me want to have a glass of.
Who do you think's playing
water.
the music? Mitch has to set the mood lighting.
I mean, yes, Mitch. Yes, this is wonderful.
You can go.
So what do you think about the Flash trailer, Noah, since you're the one that asked us about it?
Oh, boy. He called me. No, I'm going to shut up. Sorry.
Bro, no. So as soon as I saw it, I called Day. I was like, dude, did you see the trailer? That's probably like the best DC. I liked that trailer more than Snyder's Justice League trailer.
Wait, hold on. I ain't going that far.
I know.
Yeah, I'm not going that
that's
crazy.
Me. That's me.
That's me.
That's me.
Kind of kick this guy off the street.
Now you was dribbling the ball correct. Now you're traveling.
To be fair, Flashpoint is like one of my personal favorite DC events, though. So seeing it adapted into live action, as close as they want to get, let me put that out there. But yeah.
Right.
I particularly
really liked it.
I particularly loved hearing the story that Keaton saying, "Yeah, I'm Batman." That he wasn't supposed to say that. That was him ad-libbing. It was supposed to be he was supposed to say, the script said supposed to say, I am the Knight. He decided to change it.
But I'm glad that he put that in.
Oh
there, because that was I had chills. Like
I will say though, it's really odd seeing Michael Keaton's Batman do all that high-end CGI stuff, like swooping and throwing somebody to the ground from like 30 feet up in the air.
But if you think about it, if he's been operating and only been retired for so long, if he's been operating like for 20 plus years at that point, okay, we didn't have the graphics to do it then. Yeah, he should be capable of doing that.
Right.
So
it's so odd because like I saw a video of someone comparing that scene to like one of his best fight scenes from 1989, and I'm just like, it's a big leap. It's a huge leap.
As long as he can turn his neck, you know.
Yeah, he's got the like electronic knee braces and things like that.
Yeah,
that's how that's chiropractic in a nutshell, right?
Yeah.
I like
it's funny if Jackson's. Honestly, I'm worried all the key parts are in the trailer.
No.
Yeah. I doubt it because here's the deal. They're going to be trying to sell that movie off of Michael Keaton, which sucks because the movie's a Flash movie, right? Yeah. But they're going to use Keaton to sell that movie.
But even you look at look at Flashpoint too. Batman was a big part of Flashpoint too, so it still was a Flash book.
Yeah.
I think they're going to try and sell it more as a Batman, Supergirl, Flash rather than Flash because
Supergirl, I was really impressed with how Supergirl looked.
Yeah, but at this point, what's his name?
What kind of face was that? Yo, you don't like Supergirl?
Oh no, it ain't Supergirl I have a problem with, but it's okay. We're gonna leave that alone.
It's this guy he's got a problem with. That's who he's got a problem with.
We're gonna talk about that, go ahead.
I think they're trying to market the other characters over Flash because of all the issues,
which is understandable.
Yeah.
Which is like when I'm going to see it, I'm trying to like put all of that information back here and just try to watch the movie.
But see, most of the general audience doesn't know anything that's going on with Ezra.
Right.
They have no clue about it. So I mean that's I think right now, yes, the hook is seeing Keaton. The hook is seeing like Ben Affleck back at that point. That's to get them at least interested, and then I think you'll start seeing more marketing with Ezra, and putting them front and center.
I'm worried of how they're going to do a red carpet for this film. Like, how is Ezra going to show up?
They're going to escort him in the back.
Bro, they better not throw no tomatoes or nothing. I'm going to be like, some of y'all done been in jail before. Some of y'all done did dirt. Don't lie to yourself. He human too. Not to justify, but I'm just saying, you know, some of y'all fans of R. Kelly, some of y'all fans of Pleasure. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone.
Daddy's on a soapbox. Let it go.
I'm leaving alone. What my glass of water?
What is this thing I see going across the bottom of my screen right now?
Remember,
I know a guy.
remember, Mitch, when I said, "Hey, let me get David in here as well." I was like, I don't even know why I wait for him because he's not even going to show up anyways.
Oh wow!
I will say though, the blue and gray bat suit on Batfleck, it goes hard.
No, nobody. Okay, never mind. He already told y'all. Like JP ain't seen the trailer yet.
Then why are we talking about the trailer?
Because somebody
I've seen it. No, I haven't seen the big. I guess I haven't seen the big trailer.
I've seen a Super Bowl one, but not the full one.
You saw the TV spot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that shows some stuff.
Yeah.
Well, y'all need to specify.
I didn't see all of it.
Well, my apologies. I guess
it's okay. I'm just gonna
my computer had a color defect or something. I don't know.
I will say this though, and Chris, at first I didn't see what you were talking about because when the trailer first came out, I watched it on my cell phone. But when I came home and watched it on the big screen, I was like, "Oh, the CGI in some of these parts."
Well, I mean, again, it's a trailer. They're still working VFX.
Yeah, I know, but I was like, "Oh, snap!" But it looks potentially good.
A friend of mine has a good close friend that has been doing VFX work for The Flash. So he's not part of the trailer. That's a completely different sector of it. But I think they're scheduled to finally be his end of the VFX should be wrapped up.
I was just going to say they talked about it not being fully done yet.
It's at least the VFX that his friend is working on is his part of it will be done in March.
Very nice.
Cool.
Does anybody know the runtime of the movie yet, or no?
Nope. That probably won't come out until closer to April, May.
I hope.
I'm guessing it's at least 2.5 hours.
I hope
so.
The way that trailer and the director of this film, I love him so much because I became a fan of him immediately after the remake of It. I'm like, bro, you know how to take us on a ride. So for him to take an event like this big, I'm like, yeah, I feel like this is gonna be good.
I wouldn't be surprised
it the best
if
superhero
it was...
movie.
I didn't say that. I
wouldn't be surprised if it's 3.5 hours at least.
Ooh.
I'll sit there.
Warner Brothers ain't gonna like that. They want to get more screens.
This is a Peter Jackson movie, huh?
Yeah.
But what was the longest one in the screen? Like Lord of the Rings?
What's that?
What was the longest one on screen? Was Lord of the Rings, or do you think it was like Infinity War, Infinity Gauntlet?
No. Was it Titanic?
I
don't know, but
like superhero movie.
Oh, superhero movie.
Okay.
Probably is Endgame.
I was about to say, I think it's Endgame.
I think it is Endgame.
Yeah.
How long was Endgame again?
Well, I mean, it's technically, let's see, what is the longest?
I was about to say, how long's the Batman? Batman's 3 hours and 8 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean,
I saw that movie way too many times, as you can probably guess. But
yes.
Let's see.
Justice League Extended Edition, 242 minutes.
But in the theater, though?
Yeah.
They have shown Zack Snyder's Justice League in theaters.
Oh, they did?
They did? They got a theatrical
and I missed
release.
it.
No, they didn't get a theatrical release. They've gotten charity theater showings.
Okay. So it was a limited thing in spots.
Yeah.
Endgame was 181. Which is an hour shorter.
Oh well.
Because I was about to say I wasn't gonna count Snyder Cut since that didn't really fully have a
didn't have a wide release.
A theater release.
Yeah, so I think it's Endgame is the longest.
Okay.
181 minutes.
And I got you.
What is the longest you would sit in a movie? Like just straight up, just watch it.
Depends on what movie it is.
I was just about to say it depends on the film. Even if you didn't know that.
If it was a Superman movie with Henry Cavill, what's the longest you would sit and watch that?
You got 3.5.
If I made it,
I'd sit there.
What was that, Noah?
I said the ending can just be open, no end. I'd sit there. Henry Cavill's the best Superman. I don't care who James Gunn recasts. This is how it is.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said. I didn't get my closure
opinion,
with the man.
My opinion. I'm sorry.
I didn't get my closure with the man, but it's okay. No,
I
it's
agree.
not.
On both our shows, dude. Superman or Witcher.
Mitch, what did you say?
I was just saying I agree with Fifth of Jack. Like I don't think movies should be over 2 hours.
See, like I I agree with that to an extent, but I think Flashpoint is, well, I guess the Flash movie is one of those movies, since it's telling a Flashpoint story, I feel like it needs to be longer. I feel like that's a story you really can't cut corners with. You know what I mean?
They should just turn it into an HBO miniseries.
That's true.
That's what they're doing with a lot of stuff now.
Isn't that what they're doing with Green Lantern, or is like some other shit?
That's the Green Lantern Corps, right?
Yeah.
Is going to be
Lanterns.
Is it HBO?
HBO Max, yeah.
Yeah.
Hal and John in there. Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm excited for that one for sure.
My God, it's gonna be amazing.
Yes,
you asked the longest we could be in the theater. If I was able to make it through all 3 of the Hobbit films, I can pretty much survive.
The Hobbit?
I haven't.
You marathon all 3 in one sitting?
No. I went and saw each one in the theater. You asked about in the theater.
Dang.
I survived. I
ain't seen Lord of the Rings. I ain't seen The Hobbit, and I'm probably gonna get shot for that. But I haven't.
No, you ain't gonna get shot. You will be alive.
You'll get shanked because they use.
Yeah, I'll get shanked. They'll just leave me there.
All right.
Yeah.
Vicky didn't like The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings anyway, so I just had to watch it by myself.
I could barely make it through The Hobbit in my living room.
It's okay. It's her loss. It's okay.
So what's everybody's like book so far that they're reading or would recommend for this year so far?
Book to recommend this year so far?
Yeah, like that you've read and you would have recommended.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 2. Catwoman, Lonely City.
I heard really great things about that.
Yep.
I gotta check that out.
It's so good. It's so good.
And then I just read this weekend Silver Surfer by Slott and Allred. That took me by surprise.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I was never a Silver Surfer fan. Will it make you into a Silver Surfer fan?
I don't think it's necessarily like making a Silver Surfer fan. It's put Silver Surfer in basically a romance.
Okay.
And understanding, kind of delving into a more character. It is a very, very character driven like story.
Okay.
So I mean, it's Allred's art, which is amazing in my opinion, and I like what Slott does with the character. They really got the chance to do something special that I don't think and many would have gotten, not just 1 volume but 2 that turned it into an omni. So
nice.
I liked it. I think the middle part was really too slow. Like I feel like they could have cut out like 4 or 5 issues, and it would have been super way tighter.
That's fair.
Because like I liked the beginning, I really liked the end. The middle part was a bit of a slog for me. I'm like,
I think they've kind of talked about that in the sense of it became kind of like, well, especially when they got like the last days kind of stuff. Trying to tie it into Secret Wars and stuff like that. I think that was editorial, not them. So
okay, yeah. I'm looking at books here that I've read this year. So I was saying earlier, I jumped on Goodreads finally to keep track.
Yeah, so do I. I'm looking at mine right now.
Yeah, Super Spy was freaking awesome. That was a lot of fun by Matt Kent. Ascender was great. Catwoman was amazing. Issambashi was so good. I really loved that one. Yeah. But Lonely City by Catwoman, Lonely City was really good if you're looking for just a general DC. So.
You know what? I enjoyed my reread, and this is one of the few omnis I read through within a week really fast. But that Ven Omnibus by Case is my life. It takes me through it.
Oh yeah, that was a pretty good read too. So before I finish what I was gonna say, I have about 10. I have 8 minutes left for this live stream. Then I have to go. But if anybody in here has any questions, let me know. But I think for me, I feel like Vision by Tom King actually threw me for a surprise.
It's amazing.
I didn't think I would like it as much as I did. But after reading that book, I was like, oh gosh.
Really, Mitch?
Huh?
Really, Mitch?
Yeah. I was just encouraging. Fifth of Jack brought it up. See, right on the bottom. Says Usagi. I was just
I read this one and I had not. This was a first read for me. Joker, Harley, Criminal Sanity. That was a big surprise.
Oh my god, I was surprised by that.
Mm-hmm. I really liked the take. It was very, very intriguing.
Now I want the hardcover. I read it digitally. That was really
Same.
good.
I read it digitally as well.
Mm-hmm. That was really, really good. Oh, you reading Velvet? I love Velvet.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one too.
Velvet's
that is amazing. I love Velvet.
That's a very underrated Brubaker.
It is. It is so good.
That's one of my favorite Brubakers.
Would you say Fatal or Velvet?
I can't choose. Brubaker's my favorite writer.
That's tough because
too hard.
There are two completely different genres that he's
tackling.
Way
different. You got female. Let's see. No, I can't. I just can't. Velvet makes me sick though. I love that one.
I think Chris will know the answer for this one.
What's this? What do you think? What do you guys think
it's pretty
the chances
high.
are? Yeah. Again, vote it in the reprint poll that Omar will put out in a week or so.
It's gonna come.
I feel like almost every single. If you have a Marvel on the bus that you want to get reprinted, it'll get reprinted.
Yeah.
And my only other reason why it's gonna come out and reprint is that's what has Born Again in it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it has some of the better stories.
Yeah. Because that's the story they're going to be doing with the new Netflix.
It's just the title. It's just the title.
It's just the title.
But still, that's gonna trigger it for sure.
Yeah, because basically season 3 of the Netflix series did Born Again. So
pretty much.
I feel like ever since 2020, like all the publishers are taking note of the collected editions growing at a much quicker pace than usual, in interest wise. Like you have Boom, Dynamite, all these publishers reprinting so many books nowadays that you would never see in 1 year.
I want to talk about something real quick, and we can get back on that little genre. I heard, Chris might know, but I heard that Paramount is doing a Valiant cinematic universe.
Are they?
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, they're gonna call it the VCU, and I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, I did hear something like that. I can't necessarily speak too educated on it, but yeah, I did come across a little while back.
Yeah, I heard they're doing Faith. I think Faith. They might bring Bloodshot, and I think Valiant might be the first ones they might do. I'm like, bruh, if that happens,
don't bring back Vin Diesel.
I'm for it. No, we don't need Vin Diesel.
I want to see what's it called, the Man of War guy. What's his name?
Huh?
Oh, Man of War.
Yeah, Man of War.
Oh, yeah. Oh my
Faith
God.
is really funny too. I like Faith. I hope she's a.
That'd
be funny if you have the Australian actor that was in Sing play.
Oh my God. I want to see Rye, but I know we're like, whatever. Yeah. I want to see Ryan. Me and Ninja too. I want to see them all.
Natural Bridge, yes. You don't need the companion necessarily. That right now the Daredevil Omni that's out right now. That's his main brunt of his run.
I mean, it's more of like a volume 1. Is kind of how I feel companions are. Is like a volume 1 or regular volume 1 companions are more of a volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, look, I got 3 minutes left and no questions. That's great. I have no questions today. I like that. Why can't my emails be like that?
JP, where's my book?
I ordered it tomorrow. Where is it today?
You know what's funny? So like I specifically said for the sale for this week, I was like, it's buy 2 get 1 half off. I got so many emails, at least 10, that said, hey, I put 2 books in my cart. Why am I not getting the discount? I'm like, dude, you have to have 3, not 2.
If you buy 1, can I get 25% off?
No. No.
I'm just saying.
If I buy, why am I not getting it if I'm buying all these pre-orders? It's not giving me. I bought like 5 of them, and it's not giving me 50% off. What? Why?
I was like, man, I didn't know math was that hard. I don't know. Who knows? What are you reading, Day?
Right now, I'm reading Authority.
Authority?
Is that where? Yeah. Authority. Yeah, there it is.
Like now you have David here to take my spot.
David!
Oh my goodness!
And then I say he'll show up like in maybe an hour.
Yeah, show up right at the end.
just like last time. Like his mic doesn't even work too. Doesn't even know how to use his mic. What a boomer.
Yeah, I'm reading Authority, and then I'm gonna start my little brew baker-thon.
Yeah. Your mic is still not working. Just saying.
Nope. All right, it's got to kick him now.
Can't hear you, David.
Did you try plugging your mic in?
Yeah. Have you tried plugging in your mic?
Are you in Europe? Do you need an adapter?
Yeah.
Is your computer plugged in? Is it turned on? The
No,
customer service
Jiggle
representative.
the wire. Just jiggle it. Just a little bit.
Is your setting on the right headset?
Yeah, just go to your settings down there and.
His wife's having to help him at this point now.
Hello.
Tech support.
Yeah, you gotta go to the settings.
Look at
on the bottom.
The thing at the bottom. Oh my
your
gosh.
icon right there. You go.
Math
to
is
audio.
hard.
Yeah, you go to audio on the gear setting, and then you pick which microphone you want to use.
Right when he gets on, you just end the stream.
Yeah, and that's it.
He utters one word and we just cut off.
Maybe. Yeah. No. Oh look, now he knows how to mute and unmute himself. We'll see how it goes.
No,
now
you're muted.
Now you're muted.
You purposely muted yourself.
Yeah, you see that mute icon on the bottom left? You see how it says a microphone and it's a slashed out? That means you're muted.
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, good night, everyone. Everyone say God.
First try.
That was good, Chris. That was good. Oh.
This is how I have to do onboarding for David. Every new skill I teach him.
I know, man.
What's up, David?
Boomer
What's
David.
up? Wow, look at this group. We got Master Sifu. We got Omni Buddy Daddy. We got the Man Without Fear, the Amazing Noah, and Big Daddy Day Day over there. Hey!
Wow! Wow!
I actually have to hop off this call because I have other things I need to do.
Yeah, I've got sleep to do. So,
yeah. But you
sorry.
can continue this live stream with Mitch, Noah, and Day.
Let's go. Hey, man, I'm ready for
All right.
Well,
you guys,
I got a little more time.
Yeah, you guys enjoy. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
Good seeing y'all.
Later, JP.
Bye.
All right, guys. So what have you been discussing? Let me know.
We've actually been talking about how you're the Bat Daddy.
Hey, that's right.
Yes.
Yes, you know it. That's what Cynthia calls me. She's like, are you coming back, Daddy? And I said, woman.
She said, quit lying on me. Quit lying on me.
She's like, get off this thing.
Oh no, but I tell my daughters, that my favorite superhero is Batman, and they are like, you're such a child, and I'm like, well, that's just the inner child.
That's your opinion. So
exactly, yeah. That's just like your opinion. Like you're entitled to it. You're wrong.
Giving your daughter sass, that's hilarious. Well, that's just your opinion. So
yeah, that's right. Hey, what's up,
wrong?
Fifth of Jack?
So...
How's it going? Oh, look, Natural Bridge. What's up, buddy?
All natural round.
Yeah.
Use code Omni.
I mean, it would work. Yeah.
I don't remember having any more of those Ghosts in a Shell. Maybe it is out of print. I don't know.
Really?
I bought all of them. I bought every single one.
Yeah, we were right. I had to grab the one that we used for the weekly videos because somebody ordered it and we had no more, so I used that one.
It's probably mine. It shows on back order right now.
Right.
On the site. So
yeah.
Must be still available through Diamond, but just back order.
That's true. Yeah. All right. I have a question for you guys. From the Ultimate Comics, because I was actually discussing that on Reddit earlier today. What is the biggest change that they made on the Ultimate Comics that you guys liked? So I'm gonna go first. I like that they made Hulk an actual like monster, like cannibalistic, like he didn't care who he was fighting. Smiling. Like he was. Yeah, he was whenever he was going after Betty Ross because he was horny and he was like, oh, like they straight up made him like a
dude.
Like,
they made him a dude.
Yeah, like they took Hulk to the extreme, and then like when he ate that alien that was fighting Captain America, like he like just ate him, and I'm just like, bro, I love that personally. I thought that was great.
Are we just talking about like Ultimate Comics in general, like
the Ultimate Universe?
The whole Ultimate.
I haven't read much any Ultimate, so I can't really speak to it.
This is probably like a general answer, but I kind of like how for Spider-Man's origin, at least, how they kind of gave more of a meaning as to more of a backstory on the spider that bit him. I guess how it wasn't just a random spider that bit him; it actually was an experiment. Well, I guess to begin with, it was an experiment, but y'all know what I mean. Somebody had created the experiment, like Norman Osborn did it. Like there was much more to it, and I really like that.
It wasn't just happenstance.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I actually really like how Norman basically considers Peter his son, because he's like, I'm your father. I created Spider-Man.
Dude, like that scene you're talking about in Volume 1, whenever he's got Peter in like his office or whatever, I was getting chills. I was like, bro, the dude's terrifying right now, because he's kind of like standing off in the shadows talking to him, and I was like, yeah, it's gonna get rough.
Yeah, that one was good. I really enjoyed that. So Day, what you been reading, buddy? What Hulk are you reading now?
Wait, hold on. I didn't even answer the previous question yet.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, for the Ultimate Universe, I love rules being broken. I love the gritty approach to a lot of these characters. Just like you said, Hulk, like Ultimates for me. Oh my God, just the gritty, mature approach. Especially Miller. I should just say Miller.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
The man has this cinematic style to his writing, and even when he did, I just say Ultimates just for now, because I don't want to spoil a whole lot. Because I have a tendency, but yeah, I like rules being broken, just like how DC did for New 52, where a lot of things were approached differently, but a lot of rules were broken. I feel like their attitude was the same way, like, yo, we just want to break the rules, try new things, and try to get new readers hooked. We don't want that slow burn kind of writing, because we have the attention span of kids during this time is very short. So we want to bring a more way, how can we hook people to these comics? And that's what I liked about it, the gritty approach.
Very true. There's a thing I also noticed, because I was reading the Ultimates, from the beginning. I started with Spider-Man, I did X-Men, I'm currently on the Ultimates right now. And the fact that S.H.I.E.L.D. is like, it's crazy, because Iron Man like runs out of energy, and so like this team comes up to charge him up, and so like I was like, it's such a realistic approach, because something like that, especially an Iron Man suit, it would need like a team to like do diagnostics.
Oh yeah.
And like when
does he not have Jarvis in the Ultimates?
He has Jarvis, but like he like if he needs to like I think they're like looking for something to take down like a base, and he's like, he has to get like the team to like look up what the base is and send it to his suit. So it's not like automatically he has it. He has to wait for the download to go into his suit. So it's a very real approach that I like. And then like, go ahead.
I'll let you finish. I'm sorry.
And then I love how Nick Fury, like, to use like the stealth option that he has on himself, he has to like ask for the money for it. He's like, can we afford 10 seconds of stealth for me? And they're like, yeah, you're good. Go ahead. And then he's like, I only got 10 seconds of stealth. So he has to like ask permission from the federal government to use it, basically.
Oh, so good. And I was going to say, I really loved how they talked about Iron Man's little alcohol addiction in there. It felt really real. I was like, oh, snap. Iron Man, you a trip. And it's like they pre-casted Samuel Jackson. Looking at that book, I'm like, bro, y'all already got the MCU plan way back then. Like,
dude, yeah. And I believe they even mentioned Ryan. I mean, they even mentioned what's his face, Iron Man. What's this guy? Who played him again? Oh,
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey, yeah, like talking like in the Ultimates, they say something about Robert Downey Jr. And I'm like,
and it's funny how he got casted in that role, right? Because he went through almost a similar thing.
Yeah, yeah.
In real life.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he had a full redemption from like alcoholism and drug addition and all that.
So it was destiny for him to play this part and play it well.
Yeah.
I love. Don't get me started on. You should do a whole separate live on each of those titles.
Dude, for reals.
Or the Max line too. I like the Max line.
See, I never got into the Max line. So what's the big difference between the Max line and like the Ultimates? Because I know they were kind of concurrent, like running at the same time, like early 2000s.
So think of DC's Vertigo. Think of let's see, 2099, stuff like that. It's like their own pocket universe, but it's kind of a more mature version of Marvel.
Yeah.
So
Max
more
is just
rules
the
being
mature.
broken. Yeah, just the mature stuff that ain't for cheering. Okay, even though I was a child and read Punisher, Max. But yes, it's just the mature line. That's all it is. Very pocket universe.
Is Max
but I like
in a
it.
totally different pocket? Is it a pocket universe?
Basically.
Is it? Okay, I just always assumed it was just like the mature stories within the regular universe.
So it's like the Elseworld, like the Black Label from DC, which is kind of like Elseworld stories.
Like this is just like each of these companies like, okay, we're gonna give y'all this platform to play over here while we keep it clean over here.
Yeah.
We both reading stuff and they don't want to always read about Spider-Gwen and all them. Okay, let's read about somebody getting shot up in the hood in the Max. And I kind of miss, even though I like DC Black Label, I miss Vertigo because things are just happening with Vertigo. Some really.
I
good
think
stories
Vertigo is like the best of DC in my.
I
before
totally
DC
agree.
was
I agree.
Yeah.
So many good titles I want to see in omnibus format from there.
Yeah. Or at least stick with the same label on the spine.
Right? Now everything's been reprinted with the Black Label line.
What were you saying, David?
No, I was just thinking, what's the next Omni DC supposed to take out? I'm trying to think, and I don't even know. And I
what's the next
DC Omnibus? Like, bro, they haven't taken out besides the a Dark Knight or Metal, whatever.
Well, besides just Batman related content, it is what I know so far.
You look like you have a problem with that, Day. Do you have a problem with that?
Don't start, Noah. But anyway, so what I saw so far was the Green Lantern by Tomasi and Gleason. By the way, I don't know if they confirmed or not. I hope they started off with Gibbons because that would really mess up my reading order. If they
it's gotta coincide with all the Green Lantern stuff with Jeff Johns and all that too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
they're like was running at the same time as Jeff Johns Green Lantern. So it's like, how y'all gonna leave that out and just go straight to yeah. But that's all we know so far. I know Absolute Trans Metropolitan got solicited.
Oh yeah. But Omni-wise, I don't think DC has anything like.
Well, they're working on it because they're not done. Like I think in April, like last year, they're going to surprise us with this big chunk of reprints and new printings and stuff like that. It's going to happen. They come and they ain't gone.
Yeah.
See, I wonder if they're gonna do like events, like how they just took out, or Marvel just took out the Spider-Verse omnibus, and then they had the King in Black, so they have like the big events. But besides Dark Knight's Metal, what other event has? I haven't kept up with the comic books for DC, so like what other events besides that have come out?
I feel like they could totally do a Deceased omnibus. They could totally do that.
That would be great.
They could totally do that.
Yes, I agree with that.
Dude, oh my gosh, that run was the covers, like the variant covers are outrageous. There's one of Jason Todd's Robin, and it's an homage to the It poster when Pennywise is holding out the balloon.
Ooh.
But it's Joker's arm coming out of the shadow holding a balloon to Jason Todd's Robin. Oh my gosh.
That would be
dude.
Oh my goodness. That dude. They have to do an omnibus of that. They have to.
Like, that would be great.
That would sell. I promise it would sell. I promise.
Yeah, they pretty much knocked out all of my big ones that I wanted in omnibus format.
I thought you had a couple more Batman ones on your list.
Oh, you got jokes.
Actually, Day is selling all of his Batman omnis. He's got a big stack, $20 for all of them. Okay,
no, they're right there. They ain't going nowhere.
Just wait a couple months, and Noah's gonna sell off all his books and then change his channel name.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you so much, Mitch.
You know, I was actually thinking there's actually a comic book convention in Kentucky in a couple of weeks. I was thinking about dressing up as, what is it, Ninja Rabbit? I was going to dress up as the Ninja Rabbit and just parade around there. Acting like I was serious or something.
Like
it wouldn't be your first crisis event, but you know.
Oh my God. This is great. This is great. See what you did? See what you did, Noah? You started this. You walked into this.
I'm fine. I'm chilling.
All right. Did you guys already discuss the trailer for The Flash?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to say anything else.
Okay.
So Mitch hasn't seen the trailer, so we can't say.
I watched the TV spot. I didn't realize that.
Oh, you watched the spot? Okay.
Yeah, I watched the TV spot.
Okay, so you know, I much respect to you for not watching the trailer. You're a better man than I am.
So. But I don't watch trailers really, so.
There you go. That's a good way to approach it. I think, you know, trailers right nowadays they'll tell you the whole movie like in the first 10 seconds. So definitely, you know, going in it blind is actually, I think, you know, more of a welcome surprise, which, you know, even for bad movies you could do it, you know.
Yeah, I've been doing the no trailer. I'll watch the first teaser, and if there's not really a good teaser, I'll watch like the very first trailer of movies, but then I don't watch anything else, just because generally those first ones just give a little bit of a taste without much else. So I'll watch those, and I've been doing that for like maybe over 5 years now, maybe almost 10 years maybe, and it's been awesome. Like the movie watching experience has been so much better going into them just like virtually blind. It's been so much better.
That's awesome.
We should all go see Cocaine Bear, and then let's give our thoughts on that one.
Oh, forget
I want to see that one, bro.
I want to see that one so bad.
That's actually probably movie of the year. Probably movie of the year.
And it's funny. I listened to like a true crime podcast, and they covered it, and they talk about it. And this bear ate like 65 pounds of cocaine. Like a real bear did that.
It's based on a true story. I mean, they obviously went nuts.
It's true for real.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Now
like
I gotta see
bear ate like a ton of cocaine and went nuts, and they killed it or died or something. But yeah, it was a story.
I'm pretty sure it died
years ago.
I don't think it was killed.
It was gonna die either way. But
yeah, I was about to say I don't think a bear. You know what? A bear eating 65 pounds of cocaine. I can't.
Wow.
I mean, what a way to go.
Absolutely.
It's like the ultimate Hulk, only it's like the ultimate bear or something like that.
The ultimate bear,
the incredible bear, the immortal bear, World War bear, Planet Bear.
Why? So going back to what Mitch was saying about the trailer. So Mitch, when you first brought that up in a group chat, I went and watched the very first trailer of Jurassic Park, right? Like the teaser. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you something. They don't make teasers like they used to. I think Hollywood's definition of teaser is very different now than it was back then. Because when I watch that trailer, all you hear is a foot stump and the little cup. You know, the iconic scene with the cup wriggling. That's all you see, and that's it. I'm like, now that's a teaser. It doesn't show half of the movie or you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, you actually have to go into the theater to find out what it's about.
Exactly.
It gives you that feeling, and it gives you that feeling that you get in the movie, versus like now teasers and trailers give you
teasers. They almost look, teasers and official trailers look just alike nowadays. I'm like,
there's certain, but I mean, you watch a trailer or two, and I forgot, like Jack was saying, like, it waters down the movie. But I mean, even more than that, if you pay attention to a movie and trailer and start breaking it down, you can see where it's 90% of the movie. I mean, you might not see the twist, but you get into the movie and you've watched that trailer a couple times, and you can pick out exactly what's going to happen. Because you're like, well, okay, I see, because I remember that iconic scene in the trailer, and now I see what it's setting up to. I can totally tell what's going to happen. And it just gives everything away.
Yeah.
Right. That's true. And I will say, though, after seeing this Flash trailer, there are so many surprises I feel is going to happen.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I kind of really wish they would have focused on the Batman aspect and left the Supergirl as a surprise to when you actually saw the movie. and that would have blown, bro. That would have destroyed like any box office word, because they would have been like, what? If they would have just showed the Batman, because they all obviously mentioned it in the Flashpoint, so it's like perfect. Leave Supergirl out of it and just you watch the movie and you see that. Oh my god.
Day was thinking the same thing. As a matter of fact, he thought that Batman should have been the only person in the trailer.
Oh, Noah, you go get it after this live.
Featuring Batman.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
my
Batman
God.
featuring the Flash.
Oh, Lord.
Dude, so I'm going to see Ant-Man Quantumania tomorrow, and I don't know what to think about going into it. It's got a 53% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh,
why would you look at those?
I didn't look it up. I was scrolling through TikTok, the devilish app that it is.
No,
but that's not an audience.
That's one thing about
audience. That's not an audience
rating. Well, yeah,
though,
still, but
it's a critic rating. Critics hate superhero movies.
Yeah, they don't like. They don't like
I don't know,
any movie they don't like. I usually like.
Like there's a couple people on there that I follow that are like us. They're movie fanatics, and they go and review it, and they say that like it's kind of like the last few Marvel movies when like the performances are great, but the story is like seriously lacking. And I feel like I don't know. I hope that's not a trend. I did not need to hear that. I'm trying to
Phase 4. Phase 4 has been a struggle.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I just hope that's not a trend that they keep up with, because as far as like has everyone here seen the Marvel movie slate? So I don't hurt anybody's feelings if I say what they said was coming in the next few years. So like Secret Wars comes out, at least they said Secret Wars comes out in 2026. They have a lot of ground to cover in 2 years, a lot. And I don't know. I really hope they can pull it off, but I have a strong feeling it's going to be rough. I think they're just going to start pushing movies out just to get them to that point. But
I'm just ready for more quality over quantity, because right now everything seems so rushed. We dropping a show, dropping a movie, blah blah blah, and I'm like, okay, this doesn't feel. I went back and watched Phase 1, and I'm like, bro, what happened?
Dude, seriously. Like, I mean,
each film in Phase 1 had its own identity, its own style. Everything didn't feel alike. Mm-hmm. Everything now, you got to have a joke every 5 minutes or something. I'm like, what happened, Marvel?
Like, did any of y'all like Multiverse of Madness? Did any of y'all like that movie?
I have mixed feelings, and I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, that film shouldn't have been called Doctor Strange. No, that should have been called. It should have been called WandaVision: The Conclusion, because that's basically what it was. Basically what she started in WandaVision number 1, the show, and just gave you the closure of what was going on in the show. That wasn't a Doctor Strange film.
I liked it. I mean, granted, I'm not that harsh of a movie critic, I guess. I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt and try to see what direction they were trying to go in. I liked it. The visual effects were stunning, as always.
I had a good time.
They have to be for a Doctor Strange movie. So
right.
I feel like that is the best Wanda we've ever seen. I feel like Wanda in that movie was
the unhinged.
Oh yeah.
That was
to be fair, I'm a huge Sam Raimi fan, so I loved all the horror elements that he put in there.
I agree.
Oh my
bro,
goodness.
The scene in the tunnels under
Dude, that's
like,
what I'm
water
about right now.
And
that's
like
the first
they're
thing.
running, and this thing is like she's basically like Evil Dead coming out of the walls, and you're just like,
dude, yes.
Oh my, I agree.
I loved it.
They gave him a lot of leeway to Sam Raimi to do what he does, which was great. But I agree in the fact that they threw way too much at it. You're right. It shouldn't have been a Doctor Strange movie, because I think it was equally Wanda and Doctor Strange. So it should have just been called Multiverse of Madness.
Right. Just take the Doctor Strange out. Yeah.
Because you also have America, America, whatever, the America Chavez. Mm-hmm. You also introduce the Illuminati so quickly, and I think they just threw so much at us.
And then they took them all away.
Yes.
Yes. And a lot of people, I feel like they're setting a lot of things up with that film. Like America Chavez, one of the leaders of Young Avengers. We saw Scarlet Witch's kids. They're part of Young Avengers. Like, we're seeing all of these pieces slowly starting to come together of spinoffs that could happen. I'm like, okay, yeah, y'all doing it's like 4 or 5 movies put in this movie.
Yes, I agree. And another thing, I feel like you're right. They're trying to move too quickly towards like the Secret Wars without pacing it. Like the whole aspect, for example, like in She-Hulk, where at the end Hulk is like, "Oh, and here's my son," and you're just like, "What?" Like,
I mean, so like this is such a simple thing, but like we all saw where we were left as far as the symbiote goes at the end of No Way Home, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They have so much ground to make up before Secret Wars, because I'm pretty sure. No, that doesn't make Secret Wars is the first time Peter comes in contact with the suit, right? That's the very first time.
Secret Wars, right? Yes, yeah, I believe so. The original,
yeah. So I don't know. I feel like one, the fans are going to want too much since the symbiote's introduced into the MCU now. They're going to want.
I don't want to see Spider-Man in the Avengers right now. Like his Spider-Man movies have been 3 Avenger movies.
He needs to be by himself.
Yeah, that's what they set up with No Way Home. Is like, oh, now he's not loaded with Stark's money. He's not on a team. He's not doing some Civil War thing. But now he's like they show him sewing his own suit. He's doing his own thing, hanging out in Brooklyn, which is awesome. That's what I want to see for a couple movies. And now that's like, oh, well, in a couple years we have Secret Wars. So
that's what I was saying too. But I don't think they've announced more than Spider-Man 4. I don't think they have another movie planned in between No Way Home and Secret Wars. I don't think they have enough movies planned to cover that ground that they have to cover.
That's what I was about to say. If you watch the Sting,
you're good.
Jack, Venom is in the symbiote is left.
Not the character, but the symbiote is in the MCU now.
So it could totally be a different Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
And all that. So
now I don't know. I'm hearing rumors. I hope this is just a rumor. That because I seen at the end of Venom number 2, Venom was talking to Eddie about to talk to Eddie about something. Wait, was that Venom number 2 or was that Spider-Man?
It was Venom 2. Are you talking about Venom 2? When they're in like the hotel room?
Yeah, the hotel room. That was Venom 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and people are thinking he's about to talk about the planet of the symbiotes. I'm like, look here. It's way too early for Noel. We don't need Noel right now.
Oh yeah.
So I think you can go ahead, David. You're good.
Okay. And talking about Null, which is actually crazy, they of course, they've had this kind of planned out, I'm sure, but like if you saw Thor Love and Thunder, like they kind of hint of Null, of course, when he uses the blade for it, and like he hears of somebody talking to him that he needs to use the blade to kill the gods. So like, obviously they planted the seed already for future reference of Null. But you're right, it's way too early for that. Like, way too early.
First of all, I don't even think. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that's a great plant. I actually I hadn't heard that. That's a great way of, because if you watch like the original like MCU phase 1, 2 into 3, like Thanos and all of that stuff was very tiny seeds throughout. You saw like I think that's
nothing but end credit scenes, really.
That's over 20-something movies.
And you're like, oh, I think these are starting to be Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, and then it slowly comes together. So it's like you see an Infinity Stone, little thing here, little thing there. It's like, oh, the God Killer sword is, symbiote, kind of like part of Null thing. It's like that's a great way of doing like phase 6 could be Null,
right?
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. What Dede was saying, that was too early for Null. The problem is, so at the end of Venom 2, you notice how Venom walks up to the screen and sees Peter on the news, and he says that guy like he knows him, right? But that can't be possible because he's in the Sony universe. So what that leads me to believe is I saw a fan theory or whatever. They may be playing on that hive mind type of deal, where the only other symbiote that we know of is from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3. Which now we know is possible that hive mind could exist because of Toby. If y'all haven't seen the movie, sorry. With Toby being in No Way Home, you know what I mean? That's possible now. And in the comics, the hive mind for the symbiotes is mainly mentioned in Donny Cates'
Venom.
Yeah.
Which leads me to believe they could be going for that null storyline, but they have a ton of ground to make up because Miles don't even exist yet.
I don't think that's
as far as we know.
I don't think it's too early though, because like I was saying, it's
that's
a
true.
seed planted that could be like 10, and that's the best way to do it. You plant a little seed, little ones along the way for years and years, and you do a slow build. That's why like Endgame was so great, is because it was like over the course of what, like 15 years or whatever.
Yeah. Do you think, Mitch, do you think they're going to take that approach for how fast Venom went? I mean,
I think
introduced in the second one, it was so rushed and wasn't grand enough for me. And I'm like, oh god, Venom number 2, Let There Be Carnage. The way Carnage was introduced, it was way too fast.
Well, that was just a money grab. They were just making some quick.
Well, no. It was Andy Serkis was the problem. Like, bro, no, you stay behind them suits. We don't need you directing. Like, I'm all in for, you know, fast pace, but something like that. This is Carnage we're talking about here. Okay,
that's like
the problem is with Venom is that's the only other character people know is Carnage. So it's like, where do you go? It's like Batman. You know, Batman Begins. Where do you go after Batman Begins? The Joker.
Because that's who everybody knows.
That's the only one everyone knows. And then you have to.
And they did plant the seed for Cletus at the end of the first one. But I was just talking about the pacing on how Carnage the symbiote.
He literally assumes the role of Carnage literally like 23 minutes into the film.
Yeah, like you see it all. It felt like a fast forward, real fast.
It's very fast.
Get attached to him. It went so fast.
Yeah.
I actually I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I've been talking a lot.
Mine is a long thing. I actually wrote. Well, no, not wrote. I have this idea planned out for. It was for the perfect. Yes, for the perfect Carnage movie, which would have been Marvel's first actual like rated R horror movie. So we talked. I told Dede about this, and it's like, so basically, you start off in a prison, right? Because Cletus Cassidy, the way he got the Venom is while Venom and Spider-Man were fighting one time, like a little bit of the symbiote fell on him, and that's how he turned into the Carnage, right? So in my movie, you start off at the prison, you build it up at the prison that this is like a prison for like super powered people or whatever. There's a huge break, like obviously Spider-Man fighting Venom. They break into the prison somehow. They're fighting, but they just kind of leave. So then these prisoners are trying to escape the prison, and then obviously at that point, Carnage gets Cletus Cassidy gets infected with the Carnage, and basically the rest of the movie is this like balls to the walls horror movie where they're trying to escape, and at the same time Carnage is picking them out one by one, so you never get to see Carnage till the very end. And so like they're basically going from each prison wing trying to escape while there's lockdown and there's guards, but at the same time Carnage is like you just see like
just lurking around.
Like pure serial killer.
It's like the prison colony aliens.
I was just about to say it's basically his alien of Carnage. And I will say this, David, have you read Absolute Carnage?
No, not yet.
Oh, read it.
There's a scene in that event that's almost similar to what you said.
Yeah. Don't read the whole Omni because all the time.
No. Just read the miniseries or read the Venom Omnibus by Donny Cates. That's mapped better.
Yeah.
But there is a scene in that event that is almost similar to what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but very much like even just the first Aliens movie where you never get a full clear image of the aliens till the very, very end.
Yeah,
same thing. You just he basically is terrorizing these people, and then you just at the very end you get to see him. And then, I guess somehow, Spider-Man something saves the day. Like, it's just a very quick cameo that they save him. But, it's focused mostly on the prisoners trying to escape. And then at the end, just trying to survive Carnage, coming out and killing everybody. So I was like, that would be perfect for Carnage because it's just, he's a rated R character. And this would have been a perfect rated R Marvel movie.
Oh, yeah.
I think, go ahead.
Oh, I'll let you finish. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I think it's mine's pretty long because I was gonna go into Black Panther.
Okay. I'll hurry up then so you can finish. I'm curious to hear that. I would just say I hope that the next villain for the next Venom film would be Toxin, because it seemed like we got a hint of that.
We got a tease of that. We also got a tease of Scream, but we never got to see her symbiote.
Right. Right.
I was so upset. I was so upset about that.
I hope
bro.
we get that.
I was so upset.
I hope we get that. Now, Mitch, this Black Panther. Oh, go ahead. Noah.
Oh, no, it was just quick. I'm sitting there watching Let There Be Carnage with my now wife, and I'm sitting there tapping her. I'm like, you know who that's about to be? As she's kind of sitting there, the symbiote's taking over, whatever. And my wife's like, I don't even know what's going on. I don't know who any of these characters are. I was like, well,
she don't know.
I'm like, I know who it's about to be. So.
She don't know.
I don't know. I'm a sucker for those fast food movies.
Yeah,
they're terrible for you, but we love them. You know.
Yeah, same. I'm like, yeah. Even though it was so fast, I still had a good time.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mitch. I'm sorry.
Okay. So if you're talking like what? So just talk your idea for the like what you thought they should have done in the movie for Carnage 2 or Venom 2 is like for Black Panther 2, which I finally just saw once it came out to D+.
Do you like it or not?
Good.
That's
not
kind of
great.
That's where I'm at.
Like I posted this like a month. I waited like a month after Chadwick passed because I didn't want to be like, this is what we should do after Chadwick's now that he's dead. Like I wanted to wait a little bit, but like they should have used the multiverse to introduce like I forgot what Killmonger's name is, his like actual like Wakandan name.
I'm so canceled as a Black Panther fan. Because it's like the tip of my tongue, and I'm like, and it's very tongue twisty. A lot of their names.
It's in Jedaka.
In Jedaka.
Yeah.
In Jedaka. Yeah.
Okay, so they should have used the Multiverse of Madness to introduce. I can never say it. I can't even say it.
We're just gonna say Killmonger.
Just say Killmonger.
They should have introduced good Killmonger from the Ultimates universe, and had him like have an incursion event where the whole universe is dying. Him and maybe like Miles, if they're from the same universe, are brought over. So then we have Miles and we have Killmonger bring in. Because, I mean, actor's so good. You just have him come in. Then you have in Wakanda, or Black Panther 2, you have him who grew up in Wakanda, like best friends, cousins with T'Challa. They love each other. They love each other's families. That's what he knows. But all the people in the regular 616 MCU know is like he's Killmonger. He's evil. He's bad. We had to kill him. So they know him as a bad guy. He knows them as like his loving family. This is all he has now. So it's like a whole movie of like this interpersonal stuff. And then you bring in, Namor as like the real villain, which, I mean, he was okay in the movie, but not great. Yeah. But you bring him as the bad guy, and they got a team, and they'd be like, get over their family interpersonal relationships and like figure out, okay, he is actually good. And then they fight Namor together, and he becomes Black Panther. I love Shuri as Black Panther. She's great. She comes in like the last like 5 minutes of the movie as Black Panther, which is lame. But like, it would have been so cool to see like even her start as Black Panther, and then have to be like, okay, I am, because it's what she's good at is being the scientist and being that kind of a, maybe she could be the leader because Namor kills her mom and she becomes the leader, and Killmonger becomes the Black Panther protector. Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, that would have been so much better. And then you have Miles, and you have what's his name who played Killmonger?
They got to introduce Miles. They have to. They got to get him in here soon. That's for sure.
Oh, I have a theory on that. Sorry. So okay, you know how they you know how they have it, like you said, they're announcing the Secret Wars for 2026, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Miles, obviously there's been 2 Secret Wars. The first one was like back in the 90s or whatever, and then the new one is where Miles comes into the regular Marvel universe. So I'm thinking, if they're gonna bring the Fantastic, yes, and they'll probably bring the Fantastic Four at that point as well. Now I know
they're casting the Fantastic Four right now, or at least trying to.
Yeah,
I see a lot of odd picks for Reed Richards. Like y'all know Penn Badgley, who plays Joe from You on Netflix by any chance?
Oh, okay,
yeah.
He's a pick, which I can kind of see it, but I don't know. I don't know. It's odd. Y'all already know who we really want in the role, but
Mr. Bean.
Yeah, absolutely. No, he got turned
the
to
true
spaghetti.
genius.
He got turned to spaghetti.
But wait,
so.
that was the Reed Richards from a different universe. It wasn't from like So
no.
I think it's still a possibility.
Well, and they established in the Multiverse of Madness, like all the Doctor Stranges are the exact same guy.
That's right.
That's true.
Very
So it's
right.
like,
Yeah.
And Professor X is the same guy, and it's like,
yeah, so cool to
just,
see him come back too. So cool to see that. That was,
yeah. I kind of think that I don't know who's going to be the main bad guy for the Secret Wars, because in the the new Secret Wars it was God Doctor Doom, which would be a great introduction for him. Basically, him being a god and controlling the whole Secret War event that would happen for the movies. Yeah. And just kind of establishing him as this bad guy that was able to combine all the multiverses and him become God. So that would be a great way to be like, whoa, this guy's like a major player.
Yeah.
But I think the Secret Wars is probably where they're going to introduce a lot of the Fantastic Four and all of that. But it would be perfect to bring in Miles Morales from a different universe. That would be a great jumping
super
point.
Cool. I mean, yeah, maybe they don't have as much ground to cover as I thought. Maybe they're going to try to slide them in there, under the radar, because we wouldn't complain if that's how they put them in the universe. We wouldn't complain.
Yeah,
at least I would. I have another take for an R-rated movie that needs to be made, but I'm pretty sure everyone already knows. I think a Darth Vader rated R movie should be made. Specifically, after Revenge of the Sith, kind of like in Gillen's era, his run, where he's just slaughtering everyone. Why has that film? Why has that film not been made?
Dude, that would be great. Like a whole, the completing the Order 66, basically.
Yes,
just finding all the random Jedis that are
my gosh, because
it'd be.
I never read that much the bit of Darth Vader that I have read is where he's just going berserk, killing everybody. Just if you step in his way, you're choked, you're slit open, it's whatever. You ain't even got to bring in what's his name, Hayden Christensen. Just let me see the back of his head whenever he takes his helmet off or something. Dude, that movie has that movie would. I say that movie would perform well, but I actually don't know if that would perform.
Well, just make it a D+ series. Do Kenobi
Disney
season
Plus.
2 or 3, and then go right from Kenobi season 2 or 3.
Then, hey, now this
into
is the
a
Vader
Vader
show where people get decapitated and you see everything on Disney Plus.
That's if the Disney-fied Star Wars allow it.
Be a Disney Max line.
Disney Max. There you go, Mitch. Well said.
Did y'all like Kenobi? Did y'all like that?
I'm not a big Star Wars fan, so I didn't watch it.
It was okay. I
thought it was all right.
They gave us the fight we needed at the last episode, bro. That fight was so good.
Oh my gosh.
My God. I watched it 3 times. One in my so I have a TV in my room, but then I have an 85-inch TV, and I watched it in the 85-inch TV twice just to pause, and I'm just like, bro.
Dude, so like 2 things. So that specific fight scene, have y'all seen those LED lights you can put on the back of your TV that respond with the colors on the screen? I've seen a video of lights going with that scene. It's phenomenal. And then there's a guy on YouTube that took the whole Kenobi series and cut it perfectly into an hour and 45-minute film.
Oh,
and
that was great.
It's so much better that way. I personally think that's how it should have been done. But,
I mean, you could have get it down to 2 hours simply by cutting out the chase scene, the crappy chase scene.
Dude, I think it's the first time we see Vader in that series when he's walking through that town and he just reaches over and snaps that dude's neck in the Force or whatever. I was shocked that Disney put that in there. I see Disney as this huge childish. I don't know. That's just how I see them. But I totally forget that they're with Marvel and everything. But I was I never thought I'd be sitting here on Disney Plus and seeing Vader just snap this dude's neck with a flick of the wrist. It's so cool. I'm a huge sucker for that stuff, though.
But you're right. There was too much filler in it. I kind of wish they would just focus on the action and moving the Darth Vader Anakin story along instead of all that filler with the red. I'm it's cool. But give us what we want.
Give us absolute Kenobi, not the Kenobi omnibus. Okay, we don't need all the tie-ins. Okay, we just
Speaking about Disney, what do you guys think about this whole Scrooge McDuck thing that's going on?
That sucks.
Yeah,
I didn't even like.
Pretty much. That's all I can say.
I'm like that whole thing's over here. I'm so disconnected. I don't even know what's going on. Like I have zero clue what's going on. It's probably because I didn't read that link because I was at work whenever it got sent.
Yeah.
So
Well, they're what is it? Marvel? No, Disney. Disney's been doing a lot of like trying to get equity and diversity and all that kind of stuff, and be a little bit more sensitive to those things. And for a while, they've taken like movies and shows that from way back when that have like poor portrayals of race or gender or whatever, and they put
they're redoing rides at Disney World and like retheming them for that.
Yeah, but they've been putting like title cards at the front of them saying, "Hey, this doesn't represent us or what we believe anymore." So, which I think is great. That's totally fine. Drawing attention to the fact that this is like way out of line for what they what we are culturally nowadays, hopefully. But they basically removed the issue 12 and a couple other issues, but like issue 12, which is the final issue of a pretty big arc from Scrooge, and they're saying we're never going to print this again. This is getting vaulted. It's not within. Which Donna Rosa's the creator's like, well, then you've basically vaulted that entire staple run of 12 issues because it's the final. Like it wraps everything up. So you're not gonna be like, well, we're not watching the final episode because it says. So he was pretty vocally like I think
opposed to it,
pissed off about it. Wow. So I think they're gonna get a lot of pushback on it because it doesn't make any sense to they put all these other portrayals out there and just have a title card, but I mean it's
well, you know what,
now I got
that's weird.
Yeah, but now I got a book that's worth a lot. So
I was about to say, if you have a copy of that,
I was about to say we still have copies that are getting priced books. I counted them. I think we have like 18 of them. I'm like, bro, these are gonna go so fast.
Save those for
you got 4 codes you can use in here. Okay.
Yep. So
get your books before it gets canceled.
Yeah.
I bet, Mitch. I heard him click. I heard that. Then it was in the...
It's not even a real code.
I know.
But now I really kind of want to make it a code.
That's funny.
Instead of $2 off, use OmniDaddy to get $3 off.
Oh,
a special handwritten note from Mitch himself.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Dude. So I finished reading New Avengers Volume 1 the other day. I meant to tell you that day. Sorry. Kept you out of the loop. My bad. And so House of M got here today, and Jeff Johns' Flash trilogy got here today. And I'm so torn because I want to read House of M because after you read Avengers Disassembled, you're supposed to read House of M. That's just that's how the story flows. At least that's what Omar said. But I want to dive into Flash by Jeff Johns because I've never read it. And Day said he was going to choke me out if I didn't. So
I didn't say that.
I'm kind of at a crossroads, man. It's tough.
No, canceled.
I've been sitting here flipping through Jeff Johns, just like stretching the spine for like 20 minutes, trying to figure out what I want to read. Oh my gosh!
What are you guys reading next? That's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just told y'all I don't know.
I have it right here. I'm gonna read.
Oh my god! I want to check that out. I enjoyed the show so much.
Yes, I'm really excited about this.
I enjoyed the show. I didn't know that there was any comics on it.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, and I saw it pop up on like one of the new weekly releases. Like what? So, but you can get the signed copy, which is like 30, and I think the regular one's 20 or 25. So
how's the artwork?
It's pretty cool.
Oh yes. Flip cool. One more page. Okay.
There's better scenes. Keep going. I know. I remember doing the first. Definitely some better actiony scenes.
David said another one.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I did not know there were any comics. I definitely got to get it.
Yeah, I'm excited. So
I really enjoyed that show.
Anthony Mackie's in that show, isn't he?
Season 2.
Season 2,
he's in season 2.
Not as good as season 1, but it was still pretty decent. I mean, season 1 was just so high sci-fi, high concept, and just super.
They were
cool
on
history.
fire. Like the energy was high in season 1.
Yeah, and season 2 was like it was nice, it was cool, but it wasn't near.
It didn't have the same energy as season 1, but I still liked it.
Yeah, but I mean, Anthony Mackie was great in it, so I think he was way better in that than he was in any of the Marvel movies, to be honest. I mean, he's okay in Marvel, but like
I didn't even watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier was hot garbage, and I love Winter Soldier. Friggin' loved it, but that show is.
I haven't even seen it. Like, Granted, I don't know much about that storyline to begin with, so I don't know. Matter of fact, y'all know what superhero just gets on my nerves?
You made me full screen.
The Hulk just gets on my nerves. Talk about that's just crazy.
It's so one-sided. I get angry. Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. I love you, brother.
Why y'all coming for me?
No, I'm just kidding.
All I did was look.
The Hulk is like the Raph is like Raphael from Ninja Turtles. The Hulk is to the Avengers as Raph is to the Ninja Turtles. Angry and useless. Angry and useless. Occasionally comes in handy.
It's
just
okay.
like the Falcon.
And this is why Planet Hulk was born, because of fake friends.
Oh my goodness.
I was broken. It's okay. He can have his opinion. I love Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Planet Day, World War Day, The Incredible Day.
It wasn't hot garbage. It was okay.
No, it sounded like you meant what you said, and it's fine. It's totally fine.
It was twice as long as it should have been. That's, I think, what.
Okay, I will agree to that. Some parts, I'm like, okay, y'all overstand, y'all welcome. But
yeah,
was it really super long?
No, it was like 8 episodes.
Some of the writing and some of the pacing and some of the episodes were going a little bit too slow. But I loved it so much because it felt like a legit continuation of where Winter Soldier, the film, left off. That same tone, same atmosphere. They didn't try to be just like everybody else where you're laughing every 5 minutes. You kept your identity from where you were. And that's what I liked about it. And I'm like, okay, and then we get a piece of Rick Remender run up in there. Yum, 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 yum. That was awesome.
That was another question I wanted to ask y'all. Are there any of like the recent MCU shows that you guys actually like really liked? Like that you thought were really good?
Okay, I enjoyed She-Hulk. First of all, let me start by me saying the writers of that show were so smart. They was like, okay, we know this is gonna have controversy, but we're gonna use our character to let y'all know through breaking the fourth wall. Like, bruh, I know y'all wanted me to go here, but we going here first. I was like, yes, this is what John Byrne was doing in his run.
I watched She-Hulk for one reason, and it had nothing to do with She-Hulk. I promise. It had nothing to do with She-Hulk.
I know why. I think we all know why. But I enjoyed it because the writing was so smart. They knew that show was going to be talked about and trashed up, and they did it, and they corrected it in the show. I thought it was really, really smart. I enjoyed She-Hulk.
You know what is by far the best Disney Plus show? Even I think it's better than I mean Endgame and all that were great and all that, but like the best standalone thing Marvel has produced probably in the last like 5 years, Werewolf by Night.
Oh, really? I totally agree. Really that was up there. That was so good.
I still haven't seen it. I'm just because of you guys. I'm gonna watch it, and it's been on my list. I just haven't gotten around to it.
David,
it's like 45 minutes, and it's
good. It's
awesome.
It's really
I totally agree with Mitch. That is an example. I guess it's just a few titles I can name out of this recent phase that were quality to me, and that was one of them. Mike Giacchino, who's one of the greatest composers right now, directed that. Come on now,
so
he did
that music.
He did Batman too, didn't he?
Yeah, huh?
Who responded to?
I'm talking to you, Noah.
Didn't he do the Batman theme as well? I know he was on No Way Home. Yeah.
Yes, that man has a range of composing. He is killing it right now.
The Batman is actually my ringtone on my phone. So people think I'm dark and depressed when my phone rings.
Oh man, Werewolf by Night was so good. I have mixed feelings on Moon Knight, but I did enjoy the casting and everything on that.
How have you not finished it? It's like 45 minutes.
Right.
You can knock that out in one bathroom trip.
It's even better if you're taking a bathroom trip on company time. You getting paid to watch Werewolf by Night, okay? Everybody knows crapping on company time is the best, okay? Like that's just maybe that just says a lot about me as an employee, but you know
what? I want to talk about this since we didn't talk about Marvel so much. I'm ready for DC right now. I'm in a DC mood. So let's talk about the James Gunn announcements. Like, which movie are y'all looking for, or show are y'all looking forward to out of those?
Movie or show?
Yeah, because he announced some shows and movies.
We know you're most excited for Brave and the Bold.
Oh, you got jokes.
No,
I am excited to see Damian Wayne on a live stream. I am excited about that.
Hey guys, I gotta run.
Swamp Thing?
But I'll let you guys keep going.
Later, Midge.
Later, buddy.
Later, brother.
Later, buddy.
Love your background. I said it too late.
Is it R-rated Swamp Thing?
I heard you.
Okay. Thank you. That's my home skillet biscuit.
Actually, before I talk about Swamp Thing, I have a gripe. Actually, I have a gripe about the announcement.
For what?
For Brave and the Bold.
What is the gripe?
So, like, James Gunn stressed that he wanted his DC universe to be young, right? Hence why we're getting not necessarily an origin story for Superman, but like a year one Superman type of deal, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We're getting a young Kara as well in Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But why does he choose one of the latest Batman stories? Like in his life, why does he choose one of the latest Batman stories to start with? If it's based on Grant Morrison's run, Batman's like approaching 50.
So
he started being Batman when he was 29.
Again, just like Zack Snyder is biased towards Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns because he wanted. Yeah. We started the DCEU out with an old Batman. He wanted to see that scene so bad, so he wanted to make it. So I feel like that's the same reason for James Gunn. He loves Damian Wayne.
I think the only reason why I'm griping it so much is because I want a large budget live action Jason Todd. I want that so bad.
I feel like that could happen if somebody gets the idea.
Well, so doesn't Nightwing and Jason Todd appear in Grant Morrison's run?
What's up?
Doesn't Nightwing and Jason Todd appear in Grant Morrison's run?
Everybody does.
That's what I thought. So, I mean, he could totally bring them in. I would hope so. Because he said it's going to explore the Bat family. So, surely.
Yeah, absolutely. He wants to do something different. So, I'm excited to see that. I mean,
Swamp Thing is going to be nice, too. Swamp Thing is going to be insane, I hope. I hope it's
the TV show had no business being that good.
No business being that good, dude.
Listen, if you have not seen this TV show, if you want to see Alan Moore's work on live action, it looks amazing. I wish they can continue that.
Like Daddy, I told you, I've never read any Swamp Thing. The only bit of Swamp Thing I've read, watched, etc., was that show. That was my first introduction to Swamp Thing.
Really, the show?
Yeah, I never read anything. Just because, I mean, it's like, you know me, I like superheroes with capes, costumes, stuff like that. I'm like, I don't really care about this green blob in the swamp or whatever. But, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. And I watched the show. I'm like, oh my gosh, how could I be so stupid? How could I be so ignorant, dude?
So good. I am so looking forward to that. What about you, David? What are you looking forward to?
Now, well, here's my. I'm going to go back to the Brave and the Bold. If he's going to introduce Damian, let's say, automatically with Batman at that point, you're right. It can't be a young Batman. Even let's say we'll give him a young start of 25. Yeah, and Damian is let's give him a young age of Damian at 10. Then he has to be at least 35.
Something like that.
And not only that, but you also have to introduce Ra's al Ghul and Talia al Ghul because obviously, that whole relationship.
Without them, there ain't no Damian. So
exactly,
that's true. Exactly. So unless they're gonna try to squish it in a separate movie or something, because these announcements are subject to change.
Yeah. So there could be movies or projects stacked in between that we don't even know yet. I don't know. I see a lot of fan casting for Jensen Ackles as Batman, and I'm on board for that 100%.
Ooh,
Only because I think his performance in The Long Halloween, his Batman's voice at least, was really, really good. But Jensen Ackles has that older, ruggish look, and I feel like that would kind of fit Grant Morrison's Batman in live action. Just because they can't have some 25-year-old actor coming in there playing Batman with a 12-year-old Damian next to him. That just ain't just ain't gonna look right. I don't know. I wonder if like in between Superman Legacy and the earlier movies, I wonder if there's going to be like a time gap for where Batman shows up. I wonder. I mean, that could. I don't know.
Yeah, because that especially the Brave and the Bold, like Damian, like are they going to do? They're going to have to. You're right. They're going to have all of the other Robins in there to kind of like give their comment. They can't just be like, oh, here's Damian, he's the only Robin. Like, no,
because like if they show this movie and they portray Damian as the only Robin to ever exist, people are gonna be mad.
Oh, people will be mad. Yeah, you're gonna take out Dick Grayson, the greatest Robin. About bro, no,
man, dude, I'm excited though. I'm excited to see something new because the last few projects James Gunn has been on, I've really liked. Like the Suicide Squad. That movie was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, and then
of course that's staying.
Peacemaker was hilarious. Peacemaker was so freaking funny.
John Cena, like you would think that he wouldn't be able to act with that kind of range, but John Cena can act, bro.
Bro, his timing on that was hilarious, bro.
Yeah. He's really good as a character. I will definitely give him that.
I'm also excited for is it called Lanterns? Is that what it's called? Dude, I'm excited for that too.
Yes.
I'm excited to see Jon Stewart, bro.
For sure. I really like that one's actually going to be a TV show because the Green Lantern, I felt like the Green Lantern universe has so much to build on that you can't do it a movie. A show is perfect for it.
I totally agree. Yeah. A nice high button. And with the way these shows look like cinema now, it deserves to be
like Superman and Lois on the CW. The budget for the CGI on that is outrageous. The CGI in that show looks so good.
Really good.
I talked to you about that yesterday.
I actually haven't seen it, and it's just kind of like
it's really
good. Superman and Lois, like you would think with a title Superman and Lois, you would think it's. I know the vibe that you're getting from that title.
I feel like the vibe is like the old. Remember Lewis and Clark? Yes. Where it's kind of like this, like
the thing is though, it's not Lois Lane doesn't play that sidekick kind of role that the title gives off. Yeah, like she's Superman's wife. That's the character she plays. It's really good. I think they got renewed for another season too. I could totally be wrong, but I think they did. But the CGI is good. I mean, it looks like a movie. So it's like it's like this newest season of The Flash, dude. CGI is good since like season 1 and 2. The CGI is finally good again.
For sure.
I'm so sad that show's coming to an end. Grant Gustin's my Flash.
I
know how you feel, Day Day. I know how you feel.
Oh no, I didn't say I hate him or anything. I didn't say I hate him. I did not.
I like that last comment from a Fifth of Jack that hopefully the Batman movie will be just a jumping point for an expanded Bat Family maybe movie universe or show. Like you have Red Hood, you have Nightwing, you have Batgirl. You have all these different types.
You got Batwoman too. I mean, there's.
You can definitely do shows off of them, off of those characters, and it will work out really good.
Yeah, because I think James Gunn's approach is perfect. Making the TV shows, the movies, or even the animated shows and movies, they're all connected. So, like, let's say they did an animated show about, friggin', heck, I don't know, Martian Manhunter. They could find a live action character and bring him in and still have that backstory from that animated show. And that's what he wanted. He wanted the luxury of being able to do that. And I think that's perfect. I think that'll be perfect.
There's two that he announced that I was like, yes. I've been telling all of my friends about these characters for so long. The first one I'm going to say is freaking Booster Gold. Like, I lost it when he says that. I was like, yes.
His story is super cool. Like,
oh my god. And now
like how he comes to be this hero is really cool. It's really cool.
Oh my god, Booster Gold is perfect to start with if he does start with that. But that would be perfect. I lost it. And then the Authority.
See, I don't really know anything. You want to know what I know about the Authority? I watched OPB's video. That's what I know about the Authority.
I agree with you. I have no idea about the Authority, but on Booster Gold, you kind of see what kind of world he's trying to create. Picking Booster Gold, because of course you got your Superman, you got your Batman, you got your Green Lantern.
Yeah.
But then he threw Booster Gold in there, and you're like, okay, he definitely wants that comedic take as well. It doesn't have to be all serious.
He picked a bunch of genres, right?
Yes,
he wasn't biased towards one character. He spread the wings to other characters that people don't know. And that's why I'm like, DC, this could help y'all sell than just Batman. Because look at this. There's different genres. It ain't just Batman. There's fantasy, which, by the way, I hope we get that Santana back in that list. But Swamp Thing could bring on Justice League Dark. That can introduce Constantine. That can introduce Zatanna. All of these different characters and different genres. So these movies can open a lot of doors for other characters.
It almost makes you think with Swamp Thing being rated R, which means James Gunn will be open to making more DC movies rated R if they need to be, to reach that story that he's trying to tell. It almost makes you think about what major DC event is around the time, because I think the latest, like in the timeline, the latest thing that we get is Brave and the Bold, right? Everything he announced, that's like the latest thing in the DC timeline, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I get
what you're following me.
Yeah.
So, like, what is the closest major DC event to Grant Morrison's run? Final Crisis? Final Crisis isn't like Volume 2 of Grant Morrison's Batman, right?
Correct. So, yeah, Final Crisis is why Batman went missing. So, yeah.
Yes.
So, I'm trying to figure out, because obviously he wants to lead up to a DC event, right? Because that's where the... I mean, I assume so.
Maybe, but I'm not seeing that at this moment. I feel like this is a moment to introduce and establish these characters first.
That's what I was saying. I was trying to figure out. What I was saying was, as far as DC events go, if he does go like the dark side route or something, and he did that rated R, that has like potential. For sure. Like, it just depends on what route he wants to go on, because he can make villains as dark as he needs them to, because he can decide, hey, let's make this rated R, just because we can.
I think what really could open the door is when he announced that some films are going to be in this genre called Elseworlds, where I'm like, yo, y'all just open the door right there. Now y'all can create more standalone film. So basically, Elseworlds is going to be their DC Black Label, their Vertigo, their, alternate universe, to play around with different characters that a lot of people don't know. I'm like, yes, you're opening doors for more ideas.
I'm excited,
Good
man.
Stuff.
There's a lot of Elseworlds tales that are just as good as like the prime DC universe stories. You know what I mean? Sometimes they're better. So, oh man.
And then we see, like, especially with like the Joker 2 coming out, that's definitely going to fall into that aspect of Elseworlds.
Yes.
I don't know if that's part of, like, is that part of James Gunn's thing?
No, that's an Elseworld.
That's what I thought. But I didn't know if it was in the DC's. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. I didn't know.
It's not.
I didn't think it was, but
nope.
Yeah. Well, looking it up now, like, for example, from the Batman movie, they're doing the Penguin, which is going to be a spin-off TV series, and then supposedly 2 other Batman spin-off. So it's like they're kind of giving that Elseworld to the existing ones. I don't know how it's going to work with newer stuff.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not going to be involved in like his overall DC universe, movie plan.
Right. Yes. That Matt Reeves made it clear. No, I don't want my Batman universe in the DCU. So we got yet another Batman running with another universe.
Did y'all see that picture that the director of Joker 2 posted yesterday on Valentine's Day?
That looked insane.
Yeah,
I was like, yes.
It was pretty gnarly. He's sitting there like holding her cheek, and she's like bleeding out of her. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, the first Joker movie was, man. the first Joker was good, but man, that was one of the weirdest movies I have ever seen.
I loved it. Weird, I loved every bit of it. I can't watch it every day though, but it was really good.
No. Oh my goodness. Talk about like being depressed. Oh my goodness.
Right.
Like, I've seen that movie like 3 times since it came out.
I like psychological thrillers, but that one really just in my brain.
Dude, Joaquin Phoenix is just crazy. Like, dude looked like he ate an apple every day, and that was all he ate for like 6 months. I swear,
it was the backbone to me. It was
well, yeah, when he's sitting over there hunched over his desk, like, and it's just his spine, just.
Yeah, he killed it in that movie, and it's great. Like, definitely a character-driven story for that Joker movie. Like, I know we've seen Joker in, like, you know, especially in the comics, he's definitely more like, I would say, action-y kind of in a sense.
Yeah,
but that just the way it was, like,
that's pure story. Is what that is.
Yeah. I really want to know how they're gonna do the second one, like what it's gonna be about.
Well, that's what I'm saying, David. I'm like, where do y'all go after this?
Yeah, because here's the deal. In the first Joker movie, my dog is stretching. Anyway, in the first Joker movie, we see Bruce Wayne, and he's literally like 6 years old.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Joker is what, like 40? And then we're getting Harley Quinn. Is Batman going to jump 20 years in the future? So he's old enough to. Obviously, we're not going to get a Batman in that universe. You know, y'all know what I'm trying to say. It's just odd how Bruce Wayne is 8 years old and Joker and Harley Quinn are over here adults. It's Elseworlds for sure. I'm confused as to where they're going to go after this. You know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The Elseworlds is not connected to anything.
Yeah, I know.
They're all on their own, you know, universe.
I think it's just because I'm so used to them 3 going at it, you know. I'm so used to that. So I don't know.
I wonder now. I kind of wonder, you know, for the most part, you know, for any even superheroes, mostly there always has to be like a bad guy, right? Like a bad guy, and you know, in Joker for one, it was kind of like that the TV announcer, like
Robert De Niro.
Yeah, Robert De Niro's character of the TV host, kind of like it wasn't really like he was a bad guy, but they set him up set him up as the antagonist. But like, where do you go? You're right. Like, if you don't want to introduce Batman, who's definitely like the main Joker, you know, rival, who's going to be your bad, you know, where are you going to go? You're right. What are you going to do with these two people? Like, say they meet each other, but what are they doing? You know?
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see how they're going to do that. So,
what DC character? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, David.
I have no idea who Joker besides Batman. Who is he? Who else is he obsessed with?
Nobody.
Nah, he's always obsessed with Harley, so I'm glad they're doing that next. But other than that, But I was gonna say, what DC character do y'all want to see in the DCU in the future? Like the main DCU, not Elseworld. Or did they announce it already?
Well, I mean, this is a given. I hope they don't keep Ezra Miller. I don't think they will. I'd like to know who their Flash is going to be. Maybe that'll be introduced in the Flashpoint movie that we're getting. But I don't know. Flash is one of those pivotal members of the DC universe. Like, he is just as important as Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. I don't know. I want to know who our Flash is going to be, and I hope it's like concrete so we can move forward with that. Because the Snyderverse was wonderful and terrible at the same time because we didn't. Just hear me out, Dada. It was wonderful.
I ain't say nothing.
It was wonderful at the expense of we got to see all these characters on screen together for the first time ever, and it was phenomenal, right? But at the same time, it's like we didn't get full stories for each of these characters.
Agreed.
Batman didn't get his movie. Superman had his movie. Should have had a second one. That's a different topic. But it's like Flash and Batman, two of the most popular, got set to the side for their solo movies. I think the problem is I'm so used to Marvel taking 15 years.
I was just about to say, you sound like them. You sound just like them. Oh, you're not connected. I don't want DC to be like Marvel.
Well,
I want them to dare to be different.
I think I'm just so used to Marvel taking 15 years to make sure everything connects.
Yeah, I don't. But now I do agree too that they should have had their solo films before meeting together like that. Yeah. That was just a very rushed process. But I will say, in the Snyder Cut, Cyborg had his almost full story in that movie.
That movie could have been like Zack Snyder's Cyborg, and that would have been perfectly fine.
The man was the heart of that film. I was like, oh my God, what a role did he play?
This is an odd topic because the movie came out 2 years ago. Am I the only one that's kind of let down at the fact that it wasn't Darkseid that they fought in Zack Snyder's Justice League?
I'm not. Yeah. I wasn't let down. I was like, yes, wait till later.
Well, see, I was the same way, and then when I found out there isn't gonna be a later, I was like, oh, kind of wish they would have fought Darkseid.
I was very glad, and I'm gonna tell you why, because I want the build-up to be there. I want Darkseid to send his minions to do this dirty work before you see him first. Yeah. When we first saw Thanos, we saw pieces of his army before we saw him. Like, I want them to tease a little bit of an element.
And when we saw him, we only saw like the left side of his face when he would turn and smile at the camera or whatever.
Right. Like Darkseid, I was like, no, that's too big of a villain to release this. I mean, even if they did, I'm like, y'all already rushed and saw Doomsday, so might as well introduce Darkseid. But no,
I was so disappointed. I was disappointed in that because Doomsday is such a great character to use. Like Doomsday could have easily been like the Justice League fights. I would have been happy with that.
Same.
You know,
and that's probably why BVS kind of failed, because wait, hold on, this is supposed to be Batman versus Superman, and then you call it Dawn of Justice under there. It should have just been called Dawn of Justice, because you have Batman's origin in there, a piece of Flashpoint in there, and then you have the biggest comic book event of all, the death of Superman in there.
Yeah,
that should have been its own movie with Doomsday.
No,
yes,
all of that should have been built up. We still ain't see Superman capture a cat out of a tree yet. You know what I'm saying? We ain't see none of that.
I would have actually looked. I even thought about it. If you change Doomsday for Bizarro, same thing, clone of Superman, whatever, and have him fight Bizarro, and then basically, Superman and Batman have to fight Bizarro. Cool. And then you set up Doomsday for the Justice League movie where they actually have to fight. Because I mean, when Doomsday is revealed in the comic books, he basically destroys the Justice League at that time.
Right. He knocks them out first.
Yes. And then Superman's the only one who can fight him. So do the exact same thing as that. Just put it with this, the main Justice League, and have him beat up Aquaman, have him beat up Wonder Woman, have him, nobody but Superman can fight him, and then just do all that. Because, one of the biggest things to me was with Batman and, Batman versus Superman is like, the spear. Oh, it's kryptonite. Let me throw it under the water. And then she's like, wait, now I have to go back into the water to go get the spear. And now I'm trapped. And Superman has to come save. Like, I'm just like, stop going back and forth with all this. Like, yeah. Listen, I had, I definitely didn't like, what's his name? From the Justice League, the bad guy.
Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf. Yeah.
I loved him.
I like the character. I just don't think he would have been like the bad guy for the Justice League to fight.
See, that's my thing. I feel like the full Justice League. I feel like Steppenwolf is kind of like the henchman, and they all got stomped by the henchman and not the main man.
Yes, I agree with you. Like, have him just like Thanos, had his Obsidian Black group do the same thing with Darkseid. Have his three generals that they have to fight. That 2 Justice League members can take him on, but not have Steppenwolf basically beat up everybody else automatically. Yeah. He took on Aquaman, he took on Wonder Woman, he took on all of the Amazons, and he was like just decimating them.
But I like that build up though, because that's what made him intimidating. Yeah. And I really I love Steppenwolf. And you actually, I don't know if anybody felt this way, but I actually felt sorry for him for a second. I was like, bro, you got your tail handed to you towards this ending. Dude. And then you see at the end when Darkseid crushes his head, you see Granny Goodness and them over there like, bro, you knew he was gonna fail. You see what I'm saying? Because he was doing all he can to serve his master. He was trying to get that mother box, and then boom, they knew he was gonna fail. Like, bro, they was already stabbing him in the back by the time he was dead. But anyway, I'm trying to stay positive about DC. So what? So Marvel, I mean, the boy Noah, you said the Flash, right? David, who do you want to see, or did they already announce for a DCU film?
I would love to see a good story-driven, like character-driven Martian Manhunter movie.
Oh my god!
It's basically like, you know, parallel to Superman.
Yes.
But it's kind of like on the terms that, you know, I don't look human. I'm an actual alien. Like, yeah, I can transmorph, but kind of have him have to deal with that, like a very like character-driven, and you know, I don't feel like I belong here, you know. And he like, especially with Superman that's going to be in there, have him be like, you know, I'm kind of like the Wish version of Superman. Even though I'm in some sense, in some areas I'm stronger. I mean, he's psychic and all that stuff. Yeah. But I would love a really good Martian Manhunter, and I'm really glad in the Snyderverse that you get to see him. I was like, yes, bro,
I was so happy to see him.
Yes, and I'm just like, and he plays such a good pivotal role for like inspiring. Who does he inspire? Cyborg, right? No, who does he inspire?
I think it's Bruce. Is it Bruce Wayne? Bruce Wayne's the one that talks to him in the driveway.
Yep.
In the driveway.
Yeah.
The pond or whatever.
Doesn't he visit somebody's apartment as somebody?
The general.
I have to watch.
The general.
Yeah.
Okay, is it Batman? Because I remember an apartment for some
reason. He goes to see Lois Lane as the general, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the apartment.
Yeah. Yes, and she says go. He basically tells her go to the statue, and that's how she shows up.
Yeah, he was in disguise.
Yes, mm-hmm. That's right. So basically, you kind of see that he pushed Lois towards Superman to stop him, because if not, he would have killed, you know, the rest of the Justice League. So it's kind of like you give that pivotal little moment for him, and then you show him at the end, and I'm just like, oh, that's great. But I would love to see a really good Martian Manhunter movie. Like, he deserves it. I think he's one of the Justice League's most underrated, but overpowered characters, but he doesn't get enough love.
I agree. That's one of mine too. I agree with that. For sure.
I wonder if, like, go ahead.
Cast Michael B. Jordan as him. Boom. Michael B. Jordan as the Martian Manhunter, bro. He can pull it off.
Dude, I'd like to see a big screen Oliver Queen too. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, Green Arrow deserves a movie for sure.
Yeah. The Arrow show was good, but I'd like to see a movie. Now, which version would you want of him, Noah? Do you want the serious gritty that the New 52 and the show gave us, or do you want the clown, a little bit of funny? So I grew up watching Justice League Unlimited, the animated show, where he's goofy, quippy. That's how I like Green Arrow. Over there trying to slide in Black Canary's DMs.
Yeah. I would like Mike Grail's Green Arrow, where it's a mix of both the grit and the clown put together. But my dream.
I want to have the blonde goatee, kind of like me.
Oh yes.
I want to have everything.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Go for it, dude. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you are totally fine. And David already said one of mine. So since he said that, I'm going to add this in there. I don't know. I personally don't want Joe Manganiello to go to waste as Deathstroke. I want a movie out of that so bad. That man belongs as freaking Slade Wilson.
See, everybody talks about Batfleck being cheated. No.
He
was cheated, bro.
That one right there. I know he was supposed to be in the Suicide Squad 2 movie, the David era Suicide Squad, but you know, obviously things change. But I wanted a movie out of him. I would love a movie out of Deathstroke. Joe Manganiello is perfect as that.
Yeah, he is. He was great. I really like that too. And he's definitely one of those characters where he's not. Yeah, he's a bad guy, but he's more like a opportunist in the sense of, you know, I only go whoever pays me the most, basically.
Right.
So kind of just use that as a you know, a soundboard or a jumping point for him to be that anti-hero kind of character that that I think he would make a great like anti-hero.
And see,
like,
that's the thing. I don't want no anti-hero ish of this guy because he's not a good guy. Deathstroke, Slade Wilson is not a good guy. If you've read the Judas Contract, and he is not a good guy. Okay, Mark Wolfman and George Perez made that. Why are y'all laughing? He's not a good guy. I don't want. That's what I like about DC. What makes them unique is that they have stories based on villains that you can enjoy. But you're not supposed to be cheering for them, though. but that's what makes the stories enjoyable. You know, a lot of their anti-heroes, but that one right there, he's a villain. Don't care what nobody says. He is a villain. Read the Judas Contract and tell me if you think he is an anti-hero. No. I'm not going to tell y'all what he did.
Have they said if Blue Beetle is actually still going to come out, like the movie?
Yeah, it's still coming. Yeah. And that's why I say they have potential with that one because Blue Beetle is best friends with Booster Gold.
Yeah,
but
is Blue Beetle supposed to be in James Gunn's DCU?
I don't think he fully established that yet because he said Flashpoint was going to reset some things, and I guess Aquaman and Blue Beetle might stay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's still in the air.
Yeah,
but I hope it stays though. I love Jaime Reyes. I hope Blue Beetle stays.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai.
You know what? I kind of like. I really hope, and I'm so baffled by the fact that they had that Batgirl movie like done, completed, like ready to go, and they're like, oh, we're gonna scrap it. And I just really hope that some pissed off Warner Brothers employee just leaks it online and we get to see that because I would like to see that.
They might as well just put it on the streaming services since they don't want to, you know, just
and
put it on there.
You have Brandon Fraser as Firefly.
Yes.
Like what? You have this like, and Brandon Fraser is great now as a character actor, not so much physically. So I would love to see what kind of bad guy he would be, you know, because he's not like a small guy, so it's definitely not going to be like a very like action oriented, I would say, you know, character bad guy. He's going to be more of a like an actual fleshed out character, which, you know, I have no like idea why they would just be like, we're just gonna, you know, shoot this movie in the head and let it die.
I guess the hype for it wasn't as much as they were anticipating or whatever, but
well, yeah, I guess they seen it and they were like, what is this? And then when James Gunn and them seen the Flash, they was like, we can't let this one go.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. All the big names are saying that Flash is one of the best superhero movies they've ever seen. I'm excited, dude. I'm so excited. I'll be there. I'll be there.
What sold me was the director. I'm like, this guy did the remake of It. This man is gonna take us on a ride. I hope this is good.
And you know, definitely for Flash, you're right. I don't know if they're gonna use Ezra Miller, but he's one of those characters that's so pivotal for like DC and all of their events.
You gotta have a Flash.
All of them, yeah.
He's
so you
important.
have to have a good Flash, yeah. And like, you know, he's one of those, like, we've never had a Flash movie. We've had so many Batman. We've had so many Superman.
Thank you for admitting it.
Flash is like one of the.
He's one of those characters that should have his movie.
Should have it a long time ago. Like
a long time. He's important. This is the man that is.
Yes.
We have a whole Speed Force. This man is in charge of that. In charge, he can reset it if he wants to. I mean, like, there's so much. Oh, he pulled the book out.
No, go to OrganiCPriceBooks.com. Use code OmniMan for $2 off. Anyway,
listen.
Pull the plug or use code OmniDaddy.
Honestly, heart of hearts, like I'm excited for this because I really, really hope if he follows the whole, you know, like, he has a lot to work with, obviously, James Gunn, but I hope in my heart of hearts that he somehow brings the Blackest Night event to life. Bro,
I'm sure with Lanterns,
love to see
and that has to be a movie out of that series. Like, I feel like that should be a big screen experience to see that spun out of that series to that, and then let the series tie on and continue after that.
this is kind of on that same topic. So the main writer for the Flash TV show said that, so they obviously got cut off at season 9 because season 9, this season is their last season. Season 10 was supposed to be Blackest Night. I don't know how they were going to do that.
How was that going to work if they didn't have a green lantern?
I don't know. I'm telling you, I read it somewhere, and a big name, cannot remember his name.
Unless they meant night with a K, they're going to bring somebody with a sword. And...
Dude, I don't know, but oh my gosh, y'all probably aren't even caught up on the Flash. I'm not. I'm rewatching it, but so the villain for season 9 is Red Death. Oh, we all know who Red Death is, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Well, no. The Red Death is the Batwoman of the CW.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that a spoiler?
No, there's stuff leaked online everywhere. I mean everywhere. I mean, if you type in,
I didn't see it, obviously.
No, I mean we all know. I mean, literally, the actress has come out and said it. So I mean, it's not a spoiler. I'm telling you, it's not. Like if you type in Flash season 9, it's odd because Batwoman got canceled.
Yeah,
and it's not even the same actress that played Batwoman. Like, you know how they swapped out what's her face and put the other chick in? It's not that second chick. It's a completely different person.
And you're talking about Red Death from the Dark Knight's Metal event, right?
Oh yeah.
So how? I don't know.
We'll see, I guess.
Like in the show, we're getting our third iteration of Captain Cold in the show. It's not the dude from Prison Break anymore. He's not Captain Cold. I don't know why they let him go. He was perfect.
Yeah, he was.
Captain Cold. We're getting Captain Boomerang as well, but I don't know.
Okay.
Granted, it's a CW show, but
it's ending for a reason. So there you go. Yeah. This is why it's ending right there, because you started out with Killer. Now you just put filler.
I'm telling you right now, seasons 1 and 2 of the Flash show were perfect.
To me, it fell off on 3. Well, after 3, I mean.
Yeah, after 3, it kind of fell off. Seasons 1 and 2 were perfect to me.
I agree.
Oh, Reverse Flash and Zoom. Oh, we need Reverse Flash too. I need to stop. I'm asking too much.
Now, here's what I'm thinking. Like, well, again, going to the Blackest Night event, if they continue the Lanterns as a series, TV show, which is perfect, which is perfect to start off with let's say the first one, because I'm kind of reading the synopsis of what it's going to be, and it's basically Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart investigate a dark mystery, with the Green Lanterns. So if they do, let's say, for example, they use the first season to bring in Sinestro and the Yellow Lanterns, and then if they do the next season where they start introducing the different colored lanterns.
I was about to say the whole emotional spectrum. That's where it
exactly,
feels like.
And then make the Blackest Night movie where it's all of this that led up from the shows to go into the movie. Kind of how like WandaVision had her. You basically the Multiverse of Madness was explained through the whole WandaVision movie. So do the same thing. Follow that kind of format where the shows build it all up, and then you have the movie where it's like a massive event. That would be great.
But this goes back to my point I said earlier. Each of these movies opens doors to other stories and other characters. Yeah. I mean, there's so much they could do. James Gunn introduced the right ones that can introduce so much. There's so much they can do.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of fun, guys.
Oh yeah.
You know what? We're definitely living in like the golden age of comic geek,
anything
television.
Comic
geekery,
I totally agree. Like I go ahead, David.
Go ahead. I have to give props to, I'm going to give props to the original X-Men movie for kind of kicking everything off. Because, you had Batman, you had Superman.
Are you talking about kicking off what? The
kind of like the whole aspect of like these movies. Like, I think that
superhero movies in general?
Yes.
Oh, that will be, no, I'm giving that to Blade.
You know what? You're right. You know what? Consider my recommendation rescinded. I will give it to Blade.
No, that is Blade. That was his fault.
Man, like, oh my gosh, I'm so like, I'm so glad that I was born in 2000, so I'm young, but I was born at the perfect time to grow up with the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I remember being 4 years old. So it was where I saw Spider-Man 2 before I saw Spider-Man 1, right? So because I was 4 years old whenever the second one came out, so my dad took me to see it in the theater, and that was the first one I ever saw. And I was like, Dad, I remember this conversation vividly. I was like getting emotional by how much I loved the movie. And he goes, there's another one, right? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And then so I didn't see like the full first Spider-Man movie till I was like 6, because for a while he wouldn't let me watch the last fight scene with Willem Dafoe because of how gritty and brutal it is. It was like, oh my goodness, dude.
Yeah, that second one is an absolute character-defining one.
Man, like I came across a poll yesterday. No, it was today. And I love Into the Spider-Verse, but this person had put that over Spider-Man 2, like in a ranking of all the Spider-Man movies, and I was just kind of like, I mean, I don't know. Spider-Verse is good and all, but I feel like there's not a more defining character movie than Spider-Man 2.
I would actually. This is personal. Okay, personal. This is my opinion. Far From Home, I think is I would say the best Spider-Man movie we've had of all. Let's say just Spider-Man. I like No Way Home just because, obviously it's fan service. You get to see all three of them together. Very cool. Very cool. Right after that, I'm gonna put Spider-Man 2 right underneath it by a little bit. Listen, not only do you have a great character with Doc Ock, but the action sequence on that, bro, I've still watched it. I think out of all of them, the second one easily like.
Have you seen Spider-Man 2.1 where everything's extended?
No, I haven't.
Yes.
Where can I see that?
I did.
Is it on Disney Plus?
If you can go on YouTube and type in Spider-Man 2.1 all extended fight scenes, and it'll bring them all up. Like the bank fight scene is extended, the train fight scene is extended, and then the final one when they're on the whatever that thing is on the water, that's extended.
Yeah, the waterfront warehouse, whatever. Yeah.
Dude, like Spider-Man 2.1, there's like an extra like 32 minutes of film.
Dude.
Yeah.
And seriously, like, I can't picture anybody else playing Doc Ock. He was perfect.
Yeah.
I can't.
Same way I feel about him is how I feel about Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, Wesley as Blade. It's like you guys are just born to play these characters.
Yes.
Dude, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine? Are you kidding me?
Oh, dude, yes.
I watched X-Men Origins Wolverine yesterday just because I was home from work yesterday, and I watched. Oh my goodness, I forgot how good that movie actually is. Like, oh my goodness, that's one of my favorite. It's like Logan and then X-Men Origins Wolverine. It's like right there.
Yeah,
but dude, I don't think any of them tops Logan. I was
about to say Logan. That's the. Why don't we have an Old Man Logan omnibus yet? See, I just went to the omnibus subject.
Sorry, on that topic, Ultimate Universe, one of the biggest changes they made was Cable was a future Wolverine. And I think that was great. I was like, what?
That was interesting.
Yes. Yes. Can you imagine?
That was interesting.
If they bring him in as a Cable, like Hugh Jackman as a old, Wolverine Cable / that whole aspect, I would be like, that'd be so cool. Anyway.
That would be nuts. That was an interesting change. I was like, dang, that's a pretty big change.
I mean, like, have y'all seen the stuff for Deadpool 3? Like, y'all know what I'm talking about since we're talking about this character. Have y'all seen the stuff about who's going to be in Deadpool 3 before I say anything?
Not the full. Besides Wolverine, I don't know anything else.
Okay, then we're fine. We're fine.
Night of 5th of Jack. Good night, brother.
Night, buddy. Night, guys.
Dude, I'm excited because I'm seeing a lot of stuff. I really hope we get Hugh Jackman in that yellow suit, the yellow and black Wolverine suit. Oh my god,
the classic suit.
Yes, dude. I hope we get it. Oh, dude.
Hey, listen. If they're gonna be together, I wouldn't even mind. I would not even mind an X-Force suit.
Oh
black and
my
the black
God.
and gray.
The gray,
Bro.
red.
Yeah, for both of them, for Wolverine and for Deadpool, bro. Oh, come on, you got to give me some.
And I'm more of an X-Force fan than an X-Men fan, so that will work.
Yeah. Heck, I mean, I don't see why they couldn't make this kind of like not a flashback movie, maybe a flashback movie where we see the whole X-Force together. You know, them, Psylocke, like Domino, all of them together. That would be great.
Hey, I gotta say this. David, do you have the Venomnibus at your house? Do you own that? Do you have that?
I don't
a copy.
Have it.
Okay, Noah. No, I wanted to. I forgot to tell you about this earlier, Noah. In Absolute Carnage on issue number 1, and I didn't notice this little detail, and I'm like, I read this story so many times, and I didn't even pay attention. In issue number 1 of Absolute Carnage, where he goes to meet Miles and Peter at their apartment, right? Did you notice the numbers on the door was 616?
No.
I was like, Ryan Stegman is so slick, and that's the universe we're in. 616, and on their door, apartment door number, it says 616.
You're about to make me start looking at every comic panel I read.
Like, oh boy, there's so many details these artists put in there. I was like, yo, why didn't I pay that any attention?
I was scrolling through Facebook and I just saw this post as under the Flash movie. It said the Flash reportedly shot a special cameo with a surprise DC character. That was posted yesterday, so that was after.
I don't need to know anything else.
No, it doesn't say anything else. I just think that's odd.
I didn't even need to know that.
Put it close.
Y'all see it?
So
dude, that is crazy.
David, can you make me big?
I don't think I have control of it. I think.
Oh, okay. It's probably Mitch. But
yeah.
But y'all see it like 616.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, funny. Great
dude,
detail.
Ryan Stegman. Oh my goodness, his art, dude.
That's freaking awesome.
The pencils.
I didn't even notice it. I read that so many times, and I didn't even notice.
Somebody got lucky on this post. Good gracious. Some dude's selling his collection, bro. There's a lot of out of print Hulk, out of print Punisher, out of print Thor. Oh my goodness.
All right.
You know, ever since I saw your video about Hulk by Jeff Loeb that day, I keep seeing that book everywhere I look for whatever reason.
On sale?
And just wherever. Like, I'll see it on eBay, see it on Facebook, someone's posting selling it. I'm like, is the Lord himself trying to tell me something? I'm telling you, ever since I watched that video, I see it everywhere.
I love that run. It's so underrated. It's so much fun. I know David would like it for sure.
It's 11:50, y'all. I gotta get out. Oh my goodness, I gotta be up. I gotta be up at 5:30.
All right.
Oh yeah, we all gotta go.
This was fun. Listen, I really like the live stuff. I told JP we should definitely do more of it. You know, it's fun to like just discuss this stuff. And you know, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think this is the stuff that kind of drives forward like not only the group but just the community, like having this platform for everybody to jump on and just give their opinion. You know, it's really cool.
And ramble off.
Yes,
absolutely. Get whatever we need to get off our chest, what we hate, what we like, who's getting slapped tomorrow, all kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I crack one too many jokes a day, but it's fine.
Hey,
yes.
Definitely. Let's put it in the books to do it again more often. I would say, because it's good to catch up with you guys. I know we talk through the chat, but sometimes it's just so much fun. It's easier to just talk. You know? Yeah.
I agree with that.
Sounds good, guys. All right. Well, let's go ahead and sign off. Go ahead and put your channels, comment on them so people know. You can catch Day at right there, right there at Omnination Comics. And then
don't know how to change mine.
You can catch Noah at
I ain't even pointing right.
What is your Instagram? It's
I got it.
Whatever.
There
you go. Oh, there we go.
Mr. Omni. By the way, trying to search up Ultimate Comics on YouTube is hard to find, Noah.
It's rough, I bet. Yeah.
It's so hard to find because everybody has Ultimate something in their name.
There you go. And I don't know how to change mine, but if you want to go ahead and look
find
up
David at Bat Daddy.
Yeah, you can also search that on OnlyFans, and you'll find me there too.
You see him twerking
in a bat suit.
There you go, a bat suit with the butt cheeks cut out like chaps, like
and every Batman theme ever made playing in the background.
Exactly.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
The dark twerk returns.
All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and sign off, and we'll see you guys.
See ya.
All right, later. Have a good night.